We're gonna get real.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Just Enough Heshy Show. We're going on lots of weeks now. I can't remember when we started. Do you? No.
Let's make up a number. 25.
25. Anyways, I'd like to introduce my co-hosts, Neil, my voice of reason, and Heshy.
Did you hear that? You went from my voice of reason.
I stole you. Okay.
She just said my voice of reason. Well, first it was everybody's voice of reason. Now it's just Estee's
So
voice.
Heshy's a co-host now?
Yeah, you believe this?
I know.
And she mentions me last on the show now.
No, you asked me. I mean, no, he didn't. I mean, anyways, we have Z, of course, here every Tuesday.
Of course. What's up, everybody?
And of course, we have our, favorite radio show host. I don't know any others. Heshy.
Thank
Your
you,
Uncle Heshy.
Thank you, Esty. And of course, you, my favorite and beautiful co-host with a beautiful new.
I can't imagine I found this color. I don't know where it came from.
Esty is doing wonderful tonight. Thank you so much. Welcome everybody to our show.
What are real problems in life? How come we never talk about real problems?
That's all we talk about.
We do talk about real problems.
How come I can't plug in my phone and get it to be recharged?
Neil can't. But anyways,
One of those days.
While we have Neil complaining, I would like to.
While Neil's complaining, meanwhile.
Well, yes, I would like.
We don't even have one outlet that's working.
I don't even know why you're complaining yet. I didn't even start the show.
You brought a little snack for us today? What'd you bring?
Yeah, you want to open my zipper?
Anyways.
What do you want to find snack?
Anyways, everybody, I'd like to start with my quote for the night, and we're going to start with this, and I think this is a very good one.
Have any of yours not been very good?
No,
yet?
they've all been very good. I've been very proud of them lately.
They're all favorites.
And this quote is called Purpose. I truly believe that everything we do and everyone that we meet that is put in our path is for a purpose. There are no accidents. We're all teachers. If we're willing to pay attention to the lessons we learn, trust our positive instincts, and not be afraid to take risks or wait for the miracles to come knocking at our door. That's your Uncle Heshy.
Always have to end with something stupid like that.
What?
If you don't work hard and sweat your ass,
I never said that.
Death and despair.
You're not going to do it. Don't wait at your door for miracles.
That's right, Neil.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
What, I should knock on your door for miracles?
Pretty much, people have been doing so, and you're
Where do
always
you live
welcome
again?
to
I need
do
a
that.
miracle.
Yeah, give out your address.
Yeah, let's give that to the public.
I want to finish this. I want to finish this one so I can really upset Neil for today. Love is never defeated. Never.
Unless they get divorced.
Oh, no. That's not the love. That's not the love. Esty, it's not the love I'm talking about. It's the love in your heart. You can never defeat love. You can always have love.
There's always something
and
there.
Love, right. That's it. Anyways, welcome everybody to the show. And we are getting closer to the holiday and my vacation week. I can't wait to go away.
Only 1 week you're getting?
I'm only getting 1 week off, but that's okay. Neil is letting me go in peace, and
hope the rest of them let you.
I'm having.
By the way, I mean it's nobody's business, but just between us.
Just between us.
Getting paid while you're
well, Neil, you know what I mean. We won't have.
Okay, we won't talk about it.
Advertising not gonna be big, but you know what?
It's like, okay, let me tell you a secret, Neil, that I don't want anyone to know. Okay, promise you'll never tell a soul.
Why are you saying it on the radio?
Exactly. I'm being sarcastic.
I want you to know something. I'm going to a place called Emerald Island. Anyways,
Emerald
while you're
Island.
talking over me, I'm going to a place called Emerald Island.
We could have gone to Diamond, but
That's
it's too
in Florida,
expensive.
It's in Florida.
Are you going to be in Florida?
I'm going to be in Florida, and
me too.
there's a WhatsApp
You're
for
in
that.
Miami.
Hello.
Boca.
Boca?
Yeah.
Aww.
Boca.
Anyways, there's a WhatsApp application,
Getting old.
and you can ask them any questions. It can be a very nice thing that's going on this. So if I don't know if you want to join the WhatsApp.
WhatsApp for what?
For the place.
Why? How many people are going to be there of your kind?
I know Emerald Isle. There's all a bunch of New Yorkers that rent
Wait
all the
a
houses
second.
over
Why
there.
haven't Dial
that's
said
a place that has
WhatsApp?
like 50 houses or 60 houses?
Yeah, is that what
beautiful houses?
It's a beautiful
and they're
houses.
like 3 or 4 bedrooms, brand new, big.
I'm saying
full,
like
usually.
50
No,
altogether, 25.
I don't know, they're all-
I got 7 bedrooms, and we have 30 people
houses.
come with us. It's very nice. Anyways,
I'm so happy that I didn't get sucked into your invitation.
Why? And he threatens you with it. Like, okay, you're not coming with me to Florida.
You know, in your little hideout somewhere.
it's gonna be
And
great.
you know, I'm going to bump into every time you're cool.
It's basically just New York,
Right.
1,000 miles south,
Right.
with the pool.
And
Yeah.
with a beautiful pool at jacuzzi.
I'm
Wow.
so happy.
I don't know. I'm gonna have a great time. Anyways,
I think I'm going to go to Abe's house
Okay,
and just
well,
take
good,
one
you
of
know.
the rooms.
If you go to his house, you won't be there.
I want you to know something, that you are listening to the Just Enough Heshy Show.
All right,
Is
what
that
are we
correct,
listening to?
Heshy?
Yes, you're listening to the Just Enough Heshy Show. You can like us on Facebook. We're on Monday and Tuesday from 7 to 9 p.m. You can also, well, you can't like us on Twitter, but you can follow us, right?
You can follow
Hashtag
us
Just
on
Enough
Twitter.
Heshy.
Yeah.
But on Facebook, you could.
You like. So Facebook, you like us, and Twitter,
see,
you
I got a
hashtag us.
problem.
No, you follow us.
I got 5,000 friends on that thing. How do we get more?
I don't know. More than 5,000.
Yeah,
Out
supposedly
of
they're
my
not allowed.
realm. I don't know.
Okay,
Too
go
much for
ahead.
me.
Go ahead.
So, yeah,
the funny
we are-
part is
None of them actually know.
Heshy thinks they're actually friends.
You actually know a grand total of what? 3 of them?
No, go ahead.
Me, Neil, and you, basically. Yeah, we are.
Don't you pay for the list that they do it.
No, anyways, if you would
They
like
do
to
it with
see
the
us,
Twitter.
Oh,
They
Twitter.
get people to. They put on like 100,000 followers.
Wow.
on there.
I know. I saw somebody with
They
like
do it
3
for
million
you.
followers.
It's
Yeah,
fake. Some
I would
of it
love
is
that.
fake.
I love that. I want to do that.
Of course, if it's fake, you love
Okay.
it.
anyways, you can see us live on YouTube. Just go to YouTube and type in Just Enough Heshy. We're the first video that'll pop up. If you'd like to call, you can reach us at 718-303-9090. So, should we go on?
You can keep going.
Yeah.
So you're doing a great job.
We gotta pay for the show. Let's go.
Yeah, but ST's nice and lively. Last night she was a little bit tired.
You know,
because of-
everyone's allowed to have an off day. You know, that was it.
Right.
It's my once a year.
Especially.
Especially what? What?
No.
Go ahead.
So yes, we have the Black Label e-cigarettes.
Which Mikey has given me another sample, Neil.
Yeah. Thank you, Mikey. Thank you.
Where's my sample? Okay.
Oh, I got one for you
Which
tonight.
one?
There you go, baby. There you go.
So yeah, you
Same
can
as
get.
yellow. Yellows are very good.
Because it's straight to
Is it
back.
coffee?
Straight tobacco, yeah.
So yeah, you can go to blpremiumesig.com, or you can call Mikey at 561-239-5941.
Yo, Mikey.
So yeah, we have Yossi Lefkowitz, best personal trainer around.
Yeah.
I mean, best I've met.
Coming in,
What? I know a few. Wait, I don't. In case they're listening. No, you guys are all great. Now, we have Yossi Lefkowitz. He's located on 16th and 48th. Though he'll come to your house if that's what you'd like.
Middle of the night.
No, I don't know about middle of the
4 o'clock in the
night.
morning. He'll barge in.
So yeah, you can reach him at 347-816-5207. We have Green Line Building Solutions. No, you can reach them at 718-871-0382. They do, I don't know, what do you do? Building violations.
Right, so Green Line
and-
Building.
What do you exactly
I'll
do?
tell you what we do. We do.
Because you say you're very busy all the time. You don't have time to talk to me. You
I
can't
do.
have a pizza with me.
I do.
Oh, let it all out,
I
guys.
do. Neil shows
Let it all
up.
out.
Neil wakes up at 11 o'clock. He strolls in and says, "Let's have breakfast together." I said, "Neil, I'm up since 4 in the morning. It's already dinner
Going
time
at 4
for me."
o'clock in the morning, actually.
I got a lot of stuff to do. My days are pretty
But
busy.
the thing is, I'm up at 4 also. You can call me at 4.
I
I'm
know.
up.
You always pick up the phone. For
Right.
me. Always. I love
I'm
that.
up. That's it.
Even though Sunday you didn't pick up the phone for me in the evening. I don't know why.
He doesn't like you
It
anymore.
Could be I was wiped already.
Yeah. Okay.
Could be
Wiped.
I
I wasn't upset about it. But anyways,
Why
ST
would you be upset about
I
it?
wasn't.
You can just come to my house.
I got
and
you.
come
No,
in.
So Green Line Building Solutions, what we do is we help you with your violations. You have HPD violations. To like today, a lawyer called me. He says, "Listen, Heshy, can you check out the violations for me? What should I do? How do I go about correcting it? How do I register my building?" We get you. We advise you how to do the paperwork. We teach you how to go to the right places. We do DOB violations. We help you clear them up. We help
Date
you
of birth?
the Department of Buildings. We help you clear your violations. We help you.
We'll help you with that too.
We help you
if
with.
want.
Did you date
If
of
you want to
birth?
be older,
Yeah.
or whatever.
Stop it, guys. We do plans, permits.
Oh,
We also do asbestos
oh,
and lead
We're
inspections.
serious today.
We're not serious today. You know, it's coming to the, today I
How
can't.
about this guy? How does he make money? He's such a joke.
Okay, but I have a question. When you
You
say
know,
this guy, what do you
let me
mean?
finish.
When you say this guy, what?
This guy I'm holding up
There's
here.
3 people on these
This thing.
thing.
Just
a name, any
ignore
name.
this
He
thing.
latched onto the Kardashian,
He's, one
name,
of the
and they wore
Kardashian
themselves out. How do they
boyfriends,
make money for being
and
famous
they
and for
have
doing nothing?
3
I never
children.
got that. What on earth is the
You
What do they
never- you never
do?
heard of the Kardashians?
No, I've heard of them. I just know that they're there. I don't know what they do or
Nobody
why.
knows how they got famous. They just are. Accept it.
The
They're part of
father
life.
is turning it
Into a woman, right?
The
transgender.
stepfather.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
stepfather.
Like, there's no such crazy there's enough crazy families. I don't know why this one was the craziest.
Isn't he in like his 60s or like
Yeah,
he's old,
and he
right?
was a
What
football
would make
star.
somebody? What would
No,
make
because think
a
about it.
football star.
Okay, guys.
Half
this
their
show-
life they're
this
women,
show-
and half their life they're men. It's
this
the best
show-
way.
This show is not talking about Kardashians.
Hey, we can talk about whatever.
We have
It's a
much
people's show.
We have much more
but the
important things to
Kardashians
talk
are not
about
people.
today.
Anyways, I
They're not people.
have
They're not
some
Kardashians.
interesting. First of all, we are going to talk about the election.
Yeah,
We're gonna
I
get-
found the one elections in the world that make American elections look like a cakewalk.
Which one?
I actually care less. I mean, I care more about them actually than ours these days. It's actually
Okay.
more important.
Well,
But
Yeah, I heard their elections are
Israeli
weird.
Elections are even more insane.
How does it
than
work?
American
Someone's
elections.
like trying to explain to me.
It's
It's
nuts.
way different than ours.
Very easy.
Okay.
Yeah?
You go in and you vote. That's all you need to
2
know.
minutes, you
Hey.
can figure it out.
Anyways,
Okay, you'll have to show me after.
I want to
Yeah.
tell you guys something. There is President Obama. I was watching a clip on him, and he says, "This is for you, Esty, that if enough states legalize pot,
Yeah.
he will. The federal government most likely will legalize pot finally.
So
Okay.
the majority of states, like 26 states,
Not majority. It has to be
Yeah, my
government.
question is though, will they try it though? Like, oh, it's
When
legal
did he
now.
say
They
this?
probably already
When he
have.
was in high school?
No.
I become president.
No. Listen, I just
So guys, don't forget
it
to
was
vote
just
for
on
me.
some. It was just on some. Somebody just had an interview in a serious place, and I just saw the video.
I
didn't-
gotta be serious
Really?
with you. I'm convinced since he was president, he has smoked weed. And I'm
Oh
convinced
God!
that since de Blasio was mayor, he smoked weed.
for sure. He was,
Right,
he
took
was
it from
late.
him.
He was late to St. Patrick's Day
He,
today.
he
Of all
didn't
things.
show up.
How could you be late for a day?
He said he didn't show up, they
I
said.
think he showed up.
No,
Showed up
just
where?
checking
Is there like an
in.
official thing here?
For
Yeah.
Matt.
Parade.
But
There
that was yesterday.
Ah,
Not today.
yeah, who
Was
knows?
there was 2 million people at this parade?
Right, that's a lot of
That's
people.
a lot of people. And it
Anybody
wasn't-
here went?
And it wasn't a national holiday, and there was no alternate side street parking.
I couldn't believe it.
I was very upset about
I
it.
was very upset
I
about it.
had to.
And I figured that's it. They're busy smoking the spliffs. So they don't have
Oh,
to-
listen, we have some breaking news, by the way, out of Israel.
Okay,
Just
go
letting
ahead.
you know.
Breaking news, breaking news.
Apparently, according to Breitbart, which is actually like a pretty reliable insider
Source.
Yeah,
source, I would
thank
say.
you for your
Here's the headline.
recommendation.
St. Patrick's Day miracle in Israel. Netanyahu comes from behind to win. The Israeli Prime Minister, this guy, he's like a cockroach. You can't kill Bibi.
He's not
He's gonna
listening.
win.
He's,
You like him or you don't?
I
he's
love
not. He didn't. If
Has
he
apparently
wins,
defied the mainstream media. Stunning come from behind victory.
I want to explain to you
Netanyahu's
what kind
Likud
of
party
victory.
Wait, let him
had been
finish.
projected to lose. Two
Right.
exit polls released at the closing suggested Likud would win 28 to 27. Netanyahu is now expected to form a new governing
Now he has to form.
Wait, you know what
another-
probably happened?
No,
People weren't allowed to vote for him, so they said they're not going to vote for him, went in and voted for him, no?
Esther, he did not
No.
win the election. You guys are
It's
making
not people, it's parties.
right. Now let me explain to you
You
what.
don't vote for the person.
But Neil,
I love
There are
parties.
11 parties.
Yes, I know.
but Neil,
11 of them there.
Neil,
Palestinian one, right?
we
Yep.
should explain what happened.
Yes.
The winning party,
yours.
just because they have 28 to 27, they don't
They
win.
need 63.
They
right?
need 62 votes, 62 seats.
Right.
So what they do is the president, who is really has no power.
Put the chair back. We don't need chairs here.
Okay. Anyways, the president, who has no power, he's like the vice president. What he does is he picks a party. It can even be the losing party and says, "You guys form the government." He can pick the losing side and say, "You guys go first and pick the government." If you cannot form a government of 62 parliamentary seats
But nobody does
in
that.
45 days, so if Netanyahu would have lost by less than 4 seats, the president of Israel would have picked Netanyahu first to run the government.
Less
That's what I
than
was reading.
4 seats from the 62.
No, less than 4
Why does it have to be
seats
so
by his competitor.
complicated? Why does it have to be so complicated?
It's
That's what
not. I think it's really
crazy.
better than our system.
Is it?
Electoral votes?
That also is messed
What
up.
the
I agree.
hell is
I agree.
that?
I feel like if a president
One
ever,
vote, one
if
person,
he
one
wins,
vote.
exactly. If you win the popular vote, you should be
That's
president.
it.
That's what I think.
This
If people
whole
focus-
idea of
It's stupid. I know.
that some old drunken people got together and made a deal like, hey, let's count New York for 4. Hey, don't forget me, I'm from
It goes by
Colorado.
certain
And I
amounts.
say, okay, I'm 6, and I guess.
Okay, so explain very simply how the Israeli system works.
The Israeli system works like this. They have the people who control the government have to have out of the 100 and what is it, 120, is it 120? Is
Oh,
it
22,
120?
whatever. That's why they need
62
62.
seats. So each person gets elected in like a senator or a congressman or assemblyman. So these guys are.
Don't go there. Don't go there.
Don't go there.
No,
Let's keep it simple.
Right. So they
Let's keep it simple.
each guy gets a seat of his.
When you're ready
of his
for
party.
me, you'll let
I
me
got
know.
you.
Okay.
Netanyahu has to pick 62 people to agree with him, 62 seats to run his government.
Okay.
If he comes up with 59, he cannot control the government.
So what happens if that nobody
If
gets
that
it?
doesn't
That's it.
Oh, we
On
have
YouTube?
wow. We have Esti's brother joined us from Israel, so we'll get some breaking news on that.
You're from Israel?
Not from Israel, but
So anyway,
Whatever, you were so afraid of the election, you ran away.
you'd have to give him a mic so we can talk.
Man,
he's not getting no mic right now. Anyways, see,
Wait, let's introduce him officially.
go ahead, Esti,
Here.
introduce me. You interrupted me. That's fine.
So yeah, what you gonna give a name?
Avi. Avi.
So yeah, hi Abby.
Spoken to Mike.
My name is Avi.
So yeah,
Avi,
And-
Esti told me that you are very
Plugged into the
not
politics.
plugged in.
I might have exaggerated, but yeah.
You're very controversial, and that you could put me in my place. So I told her that I'm gonna squeeze you like a lemon, and then suck.
Isn't that mean? What a welcome, you know?
Esti
Look
said
at his eyes. Like, why are you gonna squeeze me? I didn't do anything.
Esti said you're gonna come after me, so I'm ready for you, baby boy.
No, I said he could. He could if he wanted
Well,
to.
St. Patrick's Day, we need a lot of lemons.
Anyways, forget the Israeli government.
No. Let's.
So
People want to hear.
Netanyahu has to form a government of
Okay.
62 seats in 45 days.
Right.
If he does not do that, then the other side, the losing side, gets a shot at it. And even so,
What's it like Family Feud over here?
It
If you
gets
don't
even
get
better.
it, another team
if
gets
the
a ticket.
president feels that the losing
Yeah.
side doesn't have a chance, he can pick any party to go form a new government. So the point is Netanyahu Mosabri has a lot of deals and ready to go, and he was going to, even if he was going to lose, and even though he wasn't going to get enough seats, if he would have lost by less than 4 seats, I was reading that he was still going to get first crack at forming a
So
government.
what does that say about the mindset of the Israeli people if they're basically voting for him back again, that they're mostly behind him?
The Israeli government knows
very-
that
they're
after,
hard-
and
they're
I read this,
hardcore.
9 years the Bibi's there. They're comfortable. The Bibi has come through with the.
This year they're teetering on the edge. You almost lost it.
Okay, but the point is Bibi has held the economy together.
Right.
Bibi has had security much better there. I know they've gone through some wars. Bibi has been lucky, but the point is Bibi is there, who is a man who knows his job. They are. This is not like America that we're sick of our president. This
Right.
guy actually cares about, like I say,
He's a leader.
Israel. He's a leader and he's a good man.
Do they have term limits in Israel?
No, they want to do. I heard they want to do that.
No term limits, and there's many segments in the Israeli population, and that's why you have so many parties, and each one wants something else to accomplish from the government. You know, one of them wants a little Palestinian state. One group, one of them wants, you know, that the
But Neil-
yeshiva guys
Neil, you have
should
the-
go
but
dancing
Neil-
in the streets.
Neil, you have the same thing in England. England has also
I could
parliamentary.
give a crap about England.
Okay.
I'm talking about Israel.
Okay, but they're the
Okay.
guys.
Yeah, nobody cares about England. There's like nothing.
But
There's no fights, politics.
But
It's like
each
small
of
time
the
stuff.
11 parties, each of the 11 parties is worth a different amount of seats.
Oh, you're gonna explain it all right now?
No, I'm just
Okay.
going to explain that part.
Okay,
to you.
fine.
Just remember. So, in other words, if BB's party wins and he gets the 20, what you say?
28 seats,
He's
he
worth
said.
28 seats. He's
Oh,
going to
I
have
see.
to work with probably 4 or 5 other parties
Yeah.
to convince them to join him.
And he's going to
So
have
he
to
can get
promise.
his 60.
And he's going to have to promise those people who are not in his party government jobs.
That's
like,
what they do. Defense minister, finance minister, you know, transportation.
even though they want,
minister.
even though
So
they
it's like
don't.
the cabinet in Israel.
Exactly.
In America.
In America, right?
Good.
You're picking somebody from the Republican side to join your cabinet. Anyways,
Oh, you want to say it?
so now
One
that-
second, one second. And then we have Harvey coming up. All right.
No, he doesn't have an opinion. He
Avi has
doesn't,
no
apparently, he doesn't have an opinion.
Avi,
First time in his life.
I have a question for you, Avi. Would you have,
doing this?
no, I have a problem. I have a question for you. We had we have a problem with Esti. Neil, I have a problem with Esti. Esti believes that marijuana is good and should be legalized.
Like he's looking at you like, what?
What's the problem? What's the problem?
No?
What's I? Well, I don't understand. You don't. Should I start squeezing the lemon now? Esti smokes marijuana. She tells us something.
I do not believe
Yeah.
that is healthy.
I'm pro it.
I like this boy. You
I
believe
do not
now,
believe it's healthy for the mind.
and it's not for the body either.
I wouldn't say it's negative to the body. I would just say it creates a certain type of laziness with the way you think, and therefore makes you less ambitious.
Should marijuana ever be legalized?
If alcohol is legalized from an outside, which it is, from an outside perspective, there's no reason why marijuana.
But you just said
regulated.
Let me just tell you this: what I read last night.
What did you read last night?
From a professor in, I can't remember, a state that starts with an M, but I'm not sure which one it was.
Maryland.
No, I'm not sure
Massachusetts.
which one it was. Anyway,
Mexico.
he's a professor,
that a
and
state?
he said,
Sure.
and he starts
Sure.
the article by saying he's with a bunch of his colleagues, and their kids are going away to college, and they each wanted to know, what would you rather you have your kid do? Alcohol or marijuana? They're going to do one of them. Which one? So he said,
I
oh,
guarantee
none.
90%.
Everyone says none.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
they
but if
said,
you had to
okay,
pick
now none. Now what do you want for real? And they went through the whole process of statistics of alcohol and marijuana and what it does and this and that. All of them said pot. All of them said they'd rather have their kids smoke pot.
Really?
Yeah.
How old are the kids
I
we're talking
think
about?
it is a 22,000 or 2,200% increase in car accidents from people who drink.
Yeah.
And from pot, I think the increase was
So that's why. Okay.
No, that was one of the items.
That
I
makes
think
sense.
on pot, I think it was like a 50%.
Percent.
Okay, I'm done with
What do you
I
mean
hate
you're done? I hate hanging you.
You never tried it to
Every
know.
time we give you facts, you go away from
I'm
the
not going away from the
conversation.
fact. I'm telling you, you're
We're
wrong.
giving you right.
giving you facts. How can we be wrong?
I'm going to tell you very simple how you're wrong, okay?
How?
I want you all to smoke pot next time we're on the show. And I'm going to make
Done.
fun of you. You're going to all be crazy.
Yeah?
You won't be able to function.
It's not about the statistics of how many people die. Of course, you can misuse anything. A kitchen knife. Maybe we should make illegal kitchen knives if people started walking around killing people. Of course,
Did you just make
alcohol
a joke? Did you just make
Yes,
a joke?
yes,
Avi?
obviously I was
Kitchen
joking.
knives. First of all, you know
Yes,
what?
that was kitchen.
What about guns? Should guns be
In
illegal?
New York, they already are, basically.
He's coming from
Kitchen-
Israel.
kitchen
How
knives
does
are
he
next.
think guns should be illegal?
I think that in
He thinks
Israel,
the
there's more
2-year-olds.
guns per people than in America, and there are
And there should be.
zero shootings compared to America
Oh, please.
percentage-wise.
What do you- what? Who's
Percentage-wise?
shooting
Who are you
who?
kidding?
They have
There was one
murders.
shot.
They
There was
have-
one
stop
shooting in
it.
the past year and a
Who
half.
said that? I
What do
got
you
to check
mean?
that.
There was
There's
a bank. There was
murders.
a bank. There was 8 people.
There's
People got
murders.
shot.
People
This
killed.
is
There
the
was
only
a
thing
mafia.
that happened.
The
Mafia.
Okay, so
It's really mafia.
At the end of the day, guns there are legal if you served in the army and you're actually you've been tested for psychological
Right.
evaluations,
And
and
that's why your average street crime doesn't exist, because if you shoot somebody, 50 people around you carrying guns are going to shoot you.
Anyways, my crazy co-hosts here on the Justin F. Heshy show, and if you want to call us in, Esty, what number can they call?
You can reach,
Esty.
You don't want
maybe
callers?
before you call, give the calls. Maybe we can make some money first.
No, not yet, baby.
Wow, Neil's the one now trying to make
Wow.
money.
Make some
Since
money.
when does that happen?
I know that. Yeah, it looks like
Something you're not telling
It
us?
looks like Neil's having a tough week.
So yeah, this is the Justin F. Heshy show. You can call in at 718-303-9090. You can like us on Facebook. You can follow us on Twitter, #Justin F. Heshy. We're also live on YouTube. You also, Justin F. Heshy. And you can also email us at justinfheshy@gmail.com. We're on Monday and Tuesday from 7 to 9 p.m. Okay, guys,
And
go
I
on.
have a cute little thing for you, okay? I would
How
like
cute?
to tell you that I was reading an article that there's 100, and now Neil said it wasn't true, that the Social Security Office has 6.5 million Americans that are still alive, supposedly, on the Social Security Register are over the age of 112 years of age.
Wow, yeah, the life expectancy always grows, right?
6.5 million Americans. Do you
They're
believe that?
spending
No,
five.
actually.
They used to listen. They used to live till 30.
$5.something billion
Till 30.
on bogus
Not on
Social
bogus.
Security
Not on
checks.
bogus.
Why do you say it's
Social-
Family
bogus?
members. That's what the article really says. If the guy would
Oh.
have reading comprehension, we would know that. Okay? And that's what's going on. That's our government for you. And this means there are people, there are families that for years You know, they had a family member die or something, and for years they don't tell the government, and they just
Yeah, they
cash the
keep on
check
cashing the check.
every
No, no, that means that
That
there's
means
no
what?
death certificates.
They didn't file it, or they made sure it got lost.
Or the kids are still getting the money.
But the people are.
Bottom line,
The people
yeah,
are.
on the first.
Anyways, let me read this to you. Americans are getting older, but not this old. Social Security records show 6.5 million people are 112 years older, but Social Security does not have the death records of millions of these people. According to a report by the agency inspector general, just 13 of the people are still getting benefits, but other Social Security numbers are still active, meaning they could still be used for tax fraud. That means out of 6.5 million that are still supposedly alive, only 13
How
of
many of
them,
these people are voting?
only 13 of them are collecting Social Security. That's what it's saying.
Wow.
Wow.
No.
How do we get
there's
in on
something
this?
With the,
That's what it says. Just 13
That
people
they
are still
quit.
getting benefits.
Where you
Heshy, when you
getting that
croak, can I
from?
collect your social?
I'm getting that part of the New York Post, and the best part of it on top of that is our great new assembly speaker, who's supposed to be all righteous and good. Take a guess what happens 2 weeks after he takes office. He gets a $40,000 brand new car.
Wow.
Wow.
How did that happen? How did he afford it?
Excuse me.
Why does that
Big deal,
small
$40,000?
money always bother you?
What's the problem? He got a $40,000 car when Shelley Silver
Big
was.
deal.
One minute, the previous guy, who's supposedly a good guy, Shelley Silver, was driving a less flashy 2011 Ford Taurus with 40,000 miles.
Now
Who cares?
who was smarter?
Hmm.
What do you mean who's smarter?
Who was smarter?
What's his salary, this guy?
Who
so
was
this
smarter?
guy's
The
salary-
guy who's flashy, or the guy like Silver?
Who kept quiet. Okay, but the point is
They found
this
him
guy.
anyway. They found him anyway.
This
Yeah.
guy was.
Okay, but
This
it took
guy
him
is
30
making.
years.
No. This guy was
Yeah.
making $79,000 a year.
Right.
He was getting $14,000 as benefits for being a chairman of another thing.
And
Now
now,
he got a $41,000 raise, plus he gets a stipend of $172 stipend of $172 per day, I think, every day he goes there.
okay, so great.
No,
So he
plus he
can afford a
gets money for his
$40,000 car.
staff. He gets money
Big
for
deal.
rental office.
No.
Wait, has he ever been in
Yeah,
office
He gets
before?
additional. Besides
Right.
that, he
I'm
gets
saying
additional
it
for
plus.
us.
Has he ever been in office before?
He was.
Yeah, that's
he
how he
was the
moved up.
assembly.
So
He
then
moved up.
why now is he getting the flashy car? Does he have to like?
Because now he's took over the speaker.
Right.
Oh, he got a
Some
better
extra
job,
money,
so he
yeah.
rewarded
Right,
himself.
remember
So what's the big
Sheldon
deal?
You
Silver?
get-
He's trying to show up, like, oh, you see, you
No,
guys
but
didn't
if
think
you-
I can get
if-
this job.
a
Look at
lot
my
of-
car.
A
No?
lot of people get cars, but the lower assembly people there's a carpool where there's four. They already told Shelley Silver. I promise you, they've told Shelley Silver now. I was reading in the article. He has to give back his car, and they're going to put it into the carpool where the Democrats get 4 cars and the Republicans get 4
Oh,
cars.
man.
What do you do
It
with said
seems
4
to
cars?
me that I've seen assembly people driving their own cars.
Their own car because they don't get assigned a car, so they don't want to take the
No,
carpool.
and they just get it right off. They
Right,
submit
right,
per
so-
mile.
right.
That's it.
Why would you want to buy a car if you can get a free car?
No,
from
they
there?
lease it. Whatever.
Because it's 4 cars for lots of people.
Anyways, besides that, I want to tell you something very good. You know, this I was watching this television show last night, and I saw this young lady,
Which show?
a surfer. She was a very cool surfing girl, you
They all
know,
are. Yeah.
and her arm was bitten off by a shark.
That's years ago.
That's
Right.
years
Her
ago,
name is
yeah.
Brittany something.
And she now,
memory.
they
Yeah.
took a picture of her now surfing again beautifully with the missing arm, and she's pregnant, and she's just, see, that's a person.
She's surfing while pregnant?
Yeah, they took her everything.
What?
Everything. She lost everything in her life. She lost her hand. She lost her balance.
No, it's great
She-
with the surfing
she
with the no
came-
hands,
she
but with
came
a
ba-
child, I don't know if that's a good idea.
This shows you that you can come back from the biggest devastation in life, the biggest depressions in life, and you can fight back and
It's amazing she's not scared.
yeah, and she doesn't
That's
smoke.
I think
weed.
your mother
There's no
might
way
have
she can
surfed a
surf
little bit.
smoking weed.
She must have surfed a little bit pregnant with you.
So now that
Here, say something. Here.
Esty,
you
don't
brought your
don't
brother in his backup
yeah,
this
don't
week,
leave
huh?
Esty,
Exactly.
Esty,
He's probably just going to help me make fun of you.
leave
It's
your
okay.
brother alone now because we have other topics to talk about. Today, there's a guy by the name of Robert Durst. We spoke about him the other day.
Robert
Yeah.
Durst.
So we all
Isn't
thought
he the rich real estate guy?
the idiot who went on television and he told his mic was open and he said, you know, I really did
No,
kill
why
them.
don't you say the truth? What happened?
He really did kill them.
Why was his mic open?
Because according to the papers, he was an actor and he's playing the game.
Right, and he was walking where? Where did
To the
he
bathroom.
go? He went to the
But it was a
bathroom.
game. They're saying the lawyers say that they're going to try to get it out of admissibility evidence, and they're going to make sure that they're going to say, "Hey, he was just playing around with you guys and making fun of you."
The big lawyers on TV today said that it'll be admissible.
Right. So that's what a lot of the people are
Probably.
saying.
Yeah.
Now, remember, you know how they caught us? They just said now that he was trying to run to Cuba, and they rearrested him today because they went back to his room. They found 158 grams of marijuana and a bunch of guns.
All
A
marijuana.
chiller.
I don't know, something like
That's
that.
funny. Marijuana and guns don't usually go together.
Who knows what it is? All I know is they found some
No.
marijuana. They arrested him on marijuana, and they what else did they do?
A
They
gun
found
charge.
guns.
Well,
A gun
and a
charge.
gun charge.
It's so funny to have
So
guns
they're
and
gonna try
marijuana
to
in the same
get-
place.
They're going to try to
Right.
get him from all sides because they know he's going to beat the murder rap. So they're going to try to put him in jail for something stupid.
The guy beat 3
No, he
murder
beat
raps.
one murder rap, and they couldn't catch him on the other two.
Right.
What? He just
And-
murders
But
people?
he beat it as far as he's concerned.
What happened was he killed his neighbor, cut him up into little pieces. They caught him with it.
Yeah.
They couldn't find the head, and he beat the rap.
How?
Self-defense.
Self-defense.
That's why I cut him into little pieces.
And he
Of
was on
course.
the run. He escaped.
Oh my gosh.
This guy's
You
gonna
gotta
get
make
He
sure
killed
he's
one
dead.
of his wives.
Don't you watch the movies? You can't
No,
just
his
kill him.
wife's
Yeah.
wasn't killed.
You gotta
She
chop him up.
Disappeared.
She disappeared.
Right.
She disappeared. So that's very good.
If you
Now,
don't chop him up, you never know.
I
He
want
might
to
still be
tell
alive.
you something. As a
Well, I don't know if you believe in zombies, then they can still come out
as
with that.
as a boss, I was reading a thing that if your boss asks you to do
Yes,
something,
boss.
and if you tell him it's done, the 4 special words, you don't have to use a dirty word, done, D-O-N, you can be more
D-O-N?
D-O-N, done.
Done.
I'm done. That means you.
D-O-N is done?
Yeah.
Yeah.
D-O-N-E. D-O-N-E.
Oh, wow.
You see, that's why.
You're the
wondering,
grammar
where are
street,
my-
I
That's why
guess.
I'm not happy with you guys
Where
because
am
you
I?
never.
You smoking pot?
I looks like I'm drinking. I'm
You
drinking.
drinking?
Which is worse, of course.
So if you say
Done.
the 4 special.
D-O-N. Okay.
Done.
Where you from? Which country?
Okay, so if you're done, it makes your bosses happy and you become more successful.
So yeah, this is the Just Enough Heshy show. You can call in at 718-303-9090. You can keep going with your topic. Unless
So,
Oh, beautiful.
anyways,
Beautiful. I have
So
a question.
this Hertzog guy is not conceding defeat, by the way, apparently, in Israel.
Nobody's
That's
gonna
what's going on. This is amazing.
It's
I don't get
another
it. When
5 days
are the
you won't
numbers
know
finally
anything.
counted?
Another
takes
5
5 days?
days. He'll take
So what are
it.
the? What's everyone getting all excited now? Let's just wait a few more days and find
Because
out
they
for
want to
sure.
see that BB at least got
Exit
his.
polls. Yeah.
right, he's got to
His
get
main
going
chunk.
ahead. Now I have a
I
question.
think people are being a bit insensitive
Now,
when you're saying it's all good and you're talking about the entire story about how this guy killed somebody and everybody's just smiling and laughing as if nothing actually happened.
So this is the
Because,
news
you
over
see,
here. We can't be
You don't,
emotionally
see,
attached.
you don't understand. We are living in a supposedly in a country of
We're like therapists.
right. You're
We
living in
can't listen
America.
to everybody.
And you believe America is a country. I believe America is nothing. I believe America is a hateful place.
Stop
Why?
it.
Tell me what I believe in.
Stop
I don't care what you believe in. I care
Why'd
what
you
I
say
believe
that I
in. I'm
believe in
saying
something?
you guys believe in America, and I believe. Look at this guy. He cuts up people. He gets away with it. And what would he do?
Because he's
What,
rich.
what do you want me to do? Not
Stop.
because he's rich. Not because he's rich. You're
Stop
making a
it.
mistake.
No,
Why did he get away with
that
it?
has nothing to do with his rich.
And
He got away with it is because he's one of the elite. Maybe because
Push
he's
the
right,
right.
because
you
he's
consider yourself
socially-
Jewish? You consider yourself Jewish?
I consider myself a human. I consider
I'm
myself
I'm
a
asking if
person.
you also consider
I
yourself
consider
Jewish.
myself
part of the
human.
tribe.
I'm part of. Yes, I do
According
have
to
a.
Jewish law,
Yeah.
it is so much more.
We don't really care.
It's
about Jewish.
I do care about Jewish law, but
No,
the
and
problem
according
is,
to
is
Jewish
live in
law, you do
America.
not kill somebody, even if they confess and say, "Oh, I killed somebody." You still do not kill
That's
them
not
unless
true.
there's 2 people
Avi, you're 100%
who
wrong.
actually see. What do you
You're
mean? That's
wrong.
actual law.
According to Jewish law, if your own son comes into your house and breaks in, you're allowed to kill him right there on the spot.
We're not talking about that. We're talking about.
You
if
just told
I-
me according to Jewish law. I'm telling you Jewish law.
I'm saying according to Jewish law.
You
That's
make
the
sure
law.
to learn
You just
that piece.
I learned that piece right there.
You make sure that piece.
I
your
know
son know
that.
about this?
You
I know
he
that.
made sure.
I think you're completely off
You don't
topic.
go into his place,
He's
but
completely
you
off
go
topic.
into yours.
You're
Hey,
completely
boy,
off
hey,
topic.
boys, don't stay away from Dr. Mommy's house.
You're completely off
Wow.
topic. What I'm saying is
I'm not
that
completely off topic.
You are
There's a
completely
whole
off
bunch of
topic.
other times we can
you're
kill people.
completely.
So first
You're
of all,
completely off topic.
so then can I
because
tell you
the
something
court-
else?
The Jewish court cannot kill somebody
You're
even if the
100%
person
wrong.
goes and
Yeah,
confesses
that's the Jewish-
himself.
I don't care
I'm
what
saying, why are you saying
you wanna
that
go
America
against
is
Jewish law?
unjust by the
If
fact
you-
that they have a
excuse
certain
me,
amount of rules to make sure not to
I
kill
wanna even
somebody
explain
that
to you.
might be innocent?
You are so-
irrelevant
you
of
are
your
so
mindset
oblivious.
of how you would think
You
somebody
are
should kill
so
someone.
oblivious to life. According to Jewish law, that if you kill my family by mistake, not even on purpose, I can go and kill you. You have to run away to some hidden.
That is only with witnesses.
Again, you have excuses, witnesses.
Right.
Yeah.
Excuses.
You have excuses. Anyways, listen to me right now.
Will the camera be a witness if we had the cameras
I
showing it?
don't think a camera.
Let's go to the camera.
I don't think a camera can be a witness in Jewish law.
No,
you don't think American law sounds good?
How about if you have two cameras? How about if you have two cameras?
I believe in laws of human beings.
I think they would re-edit the Jewish laws to accommodate modern society.
Right.
Yeah,
They have to be.
Do you think they're being too harsh?
You would think.
I'm saying they show a video in
I believe the American laws are a joke. On a constant daily basis, you can change the law. For example, we live in the city of New York where, hey, if I break a red light, I get pulled over and stopped. But if a cop says, "Ooh, I think you passed a red light," I have to go defend myself when I told him I didn't pass a red light. And he's in one of his moods. And how many cops have lied, illegally arrests? Do you know that?
So many stories.
I want to tell you something. I'm going to tell you about it. Here you go.
Don't give me a story.
I'm telling you. I'm giving you a percentage. The head of the Department of Investigation was questioned Monday over a sharp drop in corruption arrests since he took over the agency. DOI made 82 arrests in the first 4 months of the fiscal year, down 255 arrests from the year before. The government is upset with not arresting and punishing enough people.
Because they know there's corruption and the guy's not arresting these corrupt people.
No, they want more tickets.
This is about corrupt.
I have a question for you.
Did we all hear the same article?
No, you didn't hear the same article. You're not paying attention to the same article.
Right? Because it said corruption, the DOA, Department of Investigation.
Right.
A guy investigates corruption.
Right.
That's
they want you to find people that corrupt. Do you know how many people get
because they know there are people that corrupt. We talk about it all the time.
But the point is, you don't
every
have
guy on your
wasting,
bench there is corrupt.
But they're wasting billions of dollars of the stupidity when they can go after murderers and killers and bank robbers. But instead, they're so busy with the petty little crimes. While we had 2,000 murders last year, we got enough tickets to last us up to the blue. Were you ever sitting in your car in front of a fire hydrant and you got a ticket by the cop?
Yes.
You know he can't do that? Yes. If you're sitting in the car, he can't ticket you sitting in front of you in your car by a fire hydrant. What does the cop say to you? Go fight it out in court. You know you can't do that.
They always do that. They know you're not going to bother to fight it.
I was witnessed while somebody was pulled over with a seatbelt. The cop says you did not have the seatbelt on. Go fight it out in court. You have no chance to win.
That's why you need a dash cam.
You need a dash cam.
Interesting story.
And it gets better. Another guy he says he saw another guy on the cell phone.
My dad basically was driving down to Williamsburg and the cop stops him and he says, "You were talking on your phone." He's like, "Look, my phone is in the glove department. I don't even have the phone next to me." And there's witnesses in there. He's like, "Listen, I can either give you a ticket for talking on the phone or I can give you a ticket for not having a seatbelt. You choose."
Right. So you understand what this is.
I'm not saying that there aren't cops corrupt. I'm saying
I'm saying that the cops are not corrupt. The cops are told to punish us, and they change the laws as they feel. We have a building department. We have 312 agencies that I keep repeating on this radio show. They keep changing the laws. You know, tomorrow morning we're going to make a new law that if you owe,
keep them so busy.
Right. If you owe us money, instead of us giving you time to pay us because you don't really owe us the money, we made a fake violation. You didn't show up in court. We're punishing you. If you don't pay me tomorrow morning, I'm going to take away your house. They could do that, Neil. There's a new law coming out. And they do that. Do you know that the government sells water liens? It's a new thing only about 10, 12 years.
Water liens?
97, 98, they started putting in water meters. Now that you have water meters which are broken and running too fast, if you don't pay your water bill on time and it runs up a little too high, they sell this lien of $5,000 or $10,000, which your father buys. And then he sells it to another loser. And for $12,000, I can lose my $1 million house because you're going to foreclose on me because I don't have the money to pay this year. That's how the government works. They're out to turn the money over, to turn the cash banks over, to screw the little people. And I'm tired of it. And that's why we have Operation Clean Sweep, that we want to wipe out this government, put in a bunch of new elected officials, and change the laws back.
Why can't we just go back to the caveman?
Not only that, you know that, and you know what? Public schools today, they spend billions of dollars on this school system, but they're not educating our children. But private schools are educating and have more people going into college.
New York schools, they have the worst rates in the country.
It's not only that,
and we spend the most.
Exactly. Of course.
So you want to talk about corruption?
That's
overtime.
And New York,
that's everything in New York. You always get the least.
The New York City Housing Authority spent triple, quadruple amount of stuff on this. They bought a whole bunch of merchandise, and you know what they did? They sold it now at 20 cents on the dollar. Why? Because they can't keep it in stock, and they blew our money, which we have to pay more. But my taxes quadrupled in price. And now the government came out with something new. Call 311, rat on your neighbor. The inspector will come out. All you have to do is say broken sidewalk. The inspector knocks on your door. Ooh, your sidewalk's not broken, but your fire extinguisher is not hooked up 6 inches too high. A violation. Do you know that? $2,400 penalty, $1,500 penalty. They just punish you, and they're out there to look to get you something. Do you know that
these are your friends?
And that gets
That's
better.
what's funny.
Do you know that
about
if a cop comes to your house to question you inside your house, you have to show ID, which you don't have to. But if you don't do it and you don't cooperate, the cop says, I smell marijuana. I have a suspicion that I can come into your house, or I heard a disturbance in your house.
Yep.
I want to come in. He can look around, and if anything is wrong in there, he can arrest you. And these are the things that the laws they make up. You don't know half the laws that are out there. I'm not talking about the government. I'm talking from the mayor down to the lowest loser in government. They're all out to make themselves
Who
a
is
couple of
that
dollars.
lowest loser? The traffic agent?
Not the traffic agent.
The one who writes
no,
tickets?
You want
It can't be lower than that.
Oh yeah,
There's no lower life form on planet Earth.
Oh, you want to know
than
there
the
is?
meter maids in
There
New
is.
York.
There
Come
is.
on.
There is. There
Oh.
is. The F train. There's a motorman.
Oh, wow.
You're gonna love this one.
You know why I love it? Because whenever it's a story, it's always the F train.
So the F
It's
train.
always the F train. It's the worst train.
This motorman.
Always the F
This
train.
motorman who's very pissed at you because if you touch the doors, or you're running a little late, or he can't wait for you, or
Right.
they're running late, or they didn't switch trains in
Yeah,
time.
nice rant. I
So
see.
he is off the rails. A disgruntled subway motorman who despises his job, wants riders to suffer. Listen to this one. So
Imagine riding the F train all day. Of course, you're gonna go.
he posted a Facebook rant wishing for ISIS to attack on the transit system. I'm Michigan, a completely wacko. Robert Bennett, pictured in this article, operates the F train from Coney Island, and riders on his break time. He went FF all this stuff, and the MTAF, you ungrateful garbage, he calls his passengers. I hope that the Shaba, I don't know what this ISIS Al Qaeda attacks system. He wrote referring to the terrorist organization. 2 hours on the effing train. I have 17 minutes before I get on another to go back to the Stillwell Avenue.
I said that
This is
exact
my
same
line.
line myself.
This is my line. I'm very
Exactly.
scared of this MTA now placed. Thank God, Bennett on restricted duty. Thank God. So you're telling me
He's still getting paid.
this is a
He's still
low
getting
life.
paid. Look,
This is a lowlife who has power over us, and they tell him that if you don't like something, or if you're sitting on the train, call one of the cops in and give him a ticket, because you know why? He has 2 seats. When I was on the subway yesterday, by mistake, I took my newspaper and my bag of little potato chips. It was such a small bag, and I put it on the seat next to me. Just for a couple of seconds, because I wanted to take something out of my pocket. I promise you, a lady came over. You can't put it on the seat next to you. And the whole train was empty. You're going to get a ticket. I was like in shock.
My friend got a ticket coming back from the city at 5 o'clock in the morning because he was sitting back on the train with his feet up on the seat. There was no one else in the whole train car.
Hey,
Cop
and
like,
by the way, one last thing. What show are we on?
We're on the, you know what we are? We're on the Just Enough Heshy
Just
Scheming
enough
show.
a New York show.
Because the court system is so backed up of people getting arrested for drinking a bottle of beer on their step, or rolling a joint, or doing something stupid that they don't have ID, they can get arrested, that a judge was so busy that he was in the middle of a custody battle. You know what a custody battle is? A custody battle is when people are getting broken up or divorced, they fight over the child. Oh no. These people were fighting over a dog.
Huh.
A Manhattan media executive was reuniting with his beloved Doberman over the weekend as a judge and his ex-girlfriend claimed that he was...
Oh my God, they have visitation rights on a dog?
I mean, you're talking that these two people held up the court system for a year because of a dog. But instead, people are sitting in jail overnight. People can't get bailed out over stupidity because our judges are too busy with stupidity. Anyways, anybody have anything else to talk about, or you want to take a phone call,
It's
Esther?
so
Do we have
easy
any
to
calls?
criticize any
No.
government because no government can be perfect
Criticize?
because human.
So you're happy?
nature-
You're happy with
I'm
everything?
not saying I'm happy. Why are you? Everything I say, you just.
I'm not happy. Avi, how old are you, Avi? How old are you? 12? 15?
Oh, close.
I'm just asking the truth. Are you 12? Because you haven't experienced nothing in life yet.
Of course not. Neither
Okay.
of you.
How old are you?
I haven't experienced a life.
How old are you? 50, 60,
You don't even,
70, 80, 90?
I
You
feel
don't even
like
remember
100
what the
years.
government was like in the 1900s. The entire way of how much we've grown to the way we are today.
So you again, you are accusing me. No, I'm not. I'm talking because I'm interrupting somebody. I am interrupting somebody that made a statement that is out of his wacky brain. That's telling me that I don't. You did. You said I don't know how the government. I didn't know how the government ran. I am a historian, and I'm very well versed
about
in
how the
18
media
and 1900s.
about how the media changes.
Not on the media, how the government
everybody
ran.
knows that the media. I mean, if you look right now on Israel and Palestine, if you look at it right now in Ukraine and Russia, every single thing is completely taken by the media. The media says one thing, the entire world jumps
you're
in
busy with Ukraine and Russia. Why aren't you busy with talking about America?
I know you're talking. I'm talking about every single part of the world is run by the media, and people are buying it so quickly, so easily. And at the end of the day, if you want to look back at the 1900s, they're buying it. They're buying it. And how much of what the media is doing is complete BS and
we know that,
from a different angle shooting.
BS.
So then how can you say that you know about the 1900s if you're literally reading a paper that's completely angle shooting?
I'm reading historians. I'm reading historians that have filmed, that have written about it, and you're talking not one or two papers. I'm talking about books.
Hundreds of papers that are all taking from one angle that are trying to sell a newspaper.
Anyways, I'm not living in the 1900s. I'm living in 2015.
It's very easy to
I'm living in the 21st century.
To the government, besides putting in new people that will end up making the same mistake because people are corrupt by nature. The second they get power,
all people are bad.
All people are bad.
All Jews are bad. All Jews are bad.
Jews, Muslims, Christians,
gays
are bad. They do not
gays are bad.
Gays do not work on themselves. If they do not work on themselves, gays are also bad. If they do not work on themselves,
are they bad?
If they don't work on themselves,
gays like you.
If they don't,
what does that mean? Work on themselves.
What does that mean?
You have to feel pain. He's also
homosexuality.
Stop blaming other people.
Is homosexuality bad? I believe. Is homosexuality bad?
Well, it says in the Bible.
Very difficult question.
I cannot answer. I do not have all the information. According to Jewish law, it is bad.
You have to be killed. You have to be killed.
It's not
as simple as that.
Simple. You enjoy simplifying things that are so much more complicated than killing someone. At the end of the day, Jews cannot kill anybody today's days. We don't have the right to kill anybody.
I'm not saying you have the right. For sure you have no right.
So I don't want to make statements about 3,000 years ago about how the judgment, how the court law went about killing somebody.
So the Bible that was written 3,000 years ago, whatever, way more. The Bible that was written or given 3,000 years ago really doesn't count anymore. We shouldn't even observe the Bible. It doesn't work anymore.
He's really good at twisting words. He's really good at it. Wait, let me just mention this is the Justin. Yeah, this is the Justin Heshy Show. You can call in about this topic at 718-303-9090.
So I have a question for you. Do you know that I plan on becoming an official minister?
No, what about the
and if a gay couple comes to me, should I administer the wedding? Yes or no? What's your opinion?
It's all about what you believe in religion. I do not believe that America does have the right to go into other people's business to telling them that they should go against their beliefs. I believe that America stood on each person of their own beliefs. The fact that homosexual people are going to people that they know have an issue with them going to them.
What do you mean? Can homosexuals get married?
Homosexuals, 100% in America, they should be able to be allowed to get married.
A Hasidic Jew is saying that homosexuality is acceptable to be married.
Because of the fact that I don't believe that America should be giving marriage certificates. They're a government. They're not a religious government. They shouldn't be based according to religion.
So that means I shouldn't be married to my wife either. Then I shouldn't get a marriage certificate to marry to my wife.
You shouldn't be getting marriage certificate. Marriage. The word marriage comes from religion. It's the fact that two people getting married. It comes from a religious. A religious ritual.
I'm learning a lot today.
It's coming from a religious ritual. The fact that the government decided to call it marriage is a big problem.
No,
they wanted to call it a tax break.
They want
to call it a civil union. They want to call it a tax break. I don't have an issue with that. The fact that they want to go to a minister who has an issue with homosexuality because it's his belief, if he's wrong or right, is irrelevant. If his beliefs is that I do not want to marry somebody, I don't want to marry somebody off that's homosexual. There's no reason why.
What happens if a minister says yes? What happens if a minister says yes? I would marry them.
So then what's the problem?
So the government should recognize that they are married.
So now you're talking about legal things, or are you talking about every single human individual?
Make up your mind. If somebody gets married, then the government has to recognize it. Correct?
Why? No.
So then, the government doesn't have to recognize my marriage. Then
no, they don't. They don't have to recognize your marriage.
So then I'm not married.
I didn't say that. I said
25 years. I'm off the hook.
I said they don't have.
Am I off the hook?
They don't have to go home free tonight.
We're done.
Why do you enjoy listening to your own voice so much?
Because
it's the radio show.
That's why it's called the Justin Heshy. Explain this to the boys.
We keep having too much of him. But what my brother is trying to say is whether you're married or not has nothing to do with the government. It has to do with religion. So it doesn't matter if the government government recognizes you as married or not, if the government recognizes you as a boy or a girl, it doesn't matter. It's none of their business. We came to this country for freedom of religion. So each religious people do what they want to do. The government and marriage is a religious thing. So what does the government have to do with religion? Everyone's supposed to be able to be whatever they want to be.
Everybody knows that the government was built on Judeo-Christian principles.
Yeah, it's a Christian government at the end of the day,
Doesn't
for the most part.
It doesn't. Who cares?
What if I want to marry?
I'm just saying. I'm
No,
not
now
disagreeing
you're
with
going
you.
back to the pad.
I'm not disagreeing with you.
What if I want to marry the
That's
seltzer
the way it was
bottle?
done.
So again, there are laws in place.
Who are you to stop me?
Wait.
What I want to do?
Why would
Wasn't
you
there
do
like a person who
seltzer?
married their
Right.
iPhone? I'm pretty sure I heard a story where someone wanted to marry their iPhone.
Now I have another thing for you. Now that we're
That was
done with
amazing.
this homosexuality thing, and you
Why
agree,
homosexuality?
as a representative of the Hasidic community,
I am not a representative
I'm
of
very
the
proud of
community.
you
I am not
that
talking
you-
from a
that you
religious
believe in
moral view. I
homosexuality.
am not talking about
You
religious
believe
view.
that
Everything you're saying, I disagree
you
with.
believe in gay marriage.
Everything I say,
I'm proud of
disagree
you.
with. Everything you
proud
say,
of
I
you.
disagree with.
I believe-
Everything you're
Hey,
saying, I disagree with.
Hey, and he's shutting
Everything
my
you
mic.
say, I
Again.
disagree
He
with.
believes in homosexuality and gays should be married. That's the way I
No.
interpret this.
Is
If
this
you-
adult content?
Wow.
If you call it,
Is this
like,
our
call
Uncle
it-
Heshy
Why
show
don't you
with adult
just say that I
content?
love bunnies and just come up with random things that I said?
I think
Might as well,
his
right?
view is the same view as mine as many people.
Okay.
We don't necessarily agree with it, but our standpoint is, as long as it doesn't really affect me, honestly, do whatever the heck you want.
Exactly.
That is not what I'm saying. I'm saying I don't
Not
have
what
a
you're
right.
saying.
I don't have a right to impose on
Exactly.
other beliefs. I don't have a right to impose on people's beliefs, just like I don't want other people to impose on my beliefs.
Exactly.
It's so interesting how we can
Live
talk
and
about
let live.
everybody else's.
Exactly.
100%
Let them do what they
right.
want.
I have my
They
beliefs.
want to get married, get married.
Personally, I do
don't
not
believe in
believe
it.
that homosexuals
Exactly.
should get
We have-
married.
If they
I do
want
not
to,
think
God
that it
bless
is a
them. Let
healthy.
them do whatever the hell they
I
want.
do not
right?
think it's a healthy union.
had
If it is or not doesn't mean I'm right. Just because I believe
we
one
had a
thing or the
caller
other.
on the show a couple of weeks ago that said very simply that all homosexuals should be killed and all of them should be wiped off the face of the
And they're
earth.
fanatic. What's your point?
He's not a fanatic. He's one of the Hasidim from Borough Park.
So again, if he believes that should be done by God, fine, no problem. Let God do His work. Let God have His own thing.
Anyway,
if he believes that he should kill somebody, no, I think that would be
Basically,
wrong.
God can take care of us.
We
Yeah.
are coming now to the break. We're going to take a few calls, but I just want to say one thing. Neil, and this is for you and Esty.
Yeah.
There was a lady on the plane going somewhere. And
Which plane?
I don't know what plane. I think it was a United flight.
Go ahead.
And she takes out a cigarette. I saw the video. She
Oh.
took out a cigarette. She lit it
In the plane.
in the plane.
How many signs could they have?
And she was smoking, and quickly a stewardess starts coming running over. Who's smoking? She puts it out and points to the passenger. Next to
Oh.
Damn, it was so funny. The passenger says, "What are you talking about? It wasn't me." And she says, "Then please take the blame for me." And she was a professor or something from some she had a serious job. And this is what I want to try to tell you with all my
Did
questions.
he take the blame for it?
No, he
Hell
said,
no.
And
It's like a
she-
$25,000
she
fine.
was arrested.
Oh,
She
yeah?
was arrested.
Don't you see all the signs everywhere on the plane?
I know,
By the
I know
way-
you can't
By the
talk
way, the
about
signs mean nothing. One time I was at the airport and I asked them, where can I smoke? They're like, by the no smoking sign. I'm like, why? He's like, you see, there's an ashtray there. It was so funny.
But
Go
I
on.
want
Must
you to
have
know,
been JFK.
it was very interesting. ST anyways, so
Oh, yeah.
don't smoke on the plane.
So let's take a phone call. Again,
Okay,
you're
okay.
listening to the Just Enough Heshy Show. If you'd like to call in, you can reach
Hashtag.
us at 718-303-9090.
Hey, forgot to mention Twitter. Hashtag us. Just enough.
Yeah, we're
Heshy.
on Monday and Tuesday from 7 to 9 p.m. Let's just take a phone call.
Wait,
Hello?
Esty, you forgot to mention Twitter.
Okay, I didn't.
Facebook.
Oh, okay, apparently.
You're on,
I
you're
forget-
on the air with Just Enough Heshy.
Yeah.
Talk to us, my friend.
Esty,
Hey, what's up?
are you going to sing Happy Birthday?
I
Oh,
am.
everybody's got happy birthday to you. Happy birthday.
Okay, that's
to
enough. We're running out of
you.
time. Time is money. Go ahead.
Okay.
You just pushed his birthday out. Ouch.
You.
Do we do the like, how old are you
I
now?
think they've heard
You
enough.
never get that far.
Okay, Norman.
Okay.
What's doing, Norman? How are you?
Good. You know what? When too many voices attack each other, it's
Makes
not.
for great radio, in my opinion.
But you can't understand
Yeah, that's not so important.
when you're screaming at each other. You got to leave a little space for each other to talk.
We'll practice creaming at each
Well,
other.
we have a new boy
Yeah,
on the show.
but
He doesn't know better.
then I don't understand.
Person A, I'll compose. Person A, scream. Person B, okay, now your turn to scream.
Listen, I didn't tell you not to do what you do, because I think you do it well, but sometimes it's overkill. Anyway, I want to talk about marijuana.
Oh, no, we're done with that.
No.
No, listen, wait a second. Yeah, I think you're very unfair
Every week.
because you throw out statements, and I'll give you an example. First of all, you say that de Blasio was smoking in City Hall. I don't really care if he does. I think that he's going to be a really good mayor. And I'll give you.
He's going to be. He already has been a crappy mayor.
Listen, let me just. You don't even let me talk. I want to tell you something. You talk about homeless people, Heshy, and I admire you for all the kind, wonderful deeds that you do, and for your good thoughts, you know, about getting rid of guns and other good things that you do say. But when you know nothing about drugs and you make statements that are totally off the wall.
Only about drugs?
And let me just give you an example.
He does that with everything. Norm.
Okay, well, let me just say. You say that a kid smoked pot and then he choked his grandmother to death.
How do you have the energy? It makes you want to go to sleep and eat chips.
Because you see, you read schmatters that tell you nothing that's normal. Now, at Woodstock, there were close to 600,000 kids with about 6 million joints for 3 days in the worst weather. And they smoked pot, and you know what? There wasn't one fight. There wasn't one argument.
What are you talking about?
You cannot fight on marijuana. You feel peaceful and calm.
People shared food. So I don't understand. What do you think is going to happen if de Blasio is smoking? Wait.
No. I'm going to interrupt you like Avi. I know upstate in 1969, if I'm correct, I was a 6-year-old kid, and I remember my father and a whole bunch of people complaining how all those crazy hippie Woodstock wackos were breaking into people's houses, stealing.
They were not hippies, and they were not from there.
That's the truth.
Hippies don't break things. They live off the earth.
It's a lie and made up stories. It's just
they probably weren't hippies.
It's just prejudice.
It's just something you talk about in a rocking chair.
These are the same kind of people, like religious people, who perpetuate this homophobic fear and say God created man and God created woman, and you know, he couldn't have created gay people, so let's figure out a way we could annihilate them, we could subject them to different kind of laws.
Oh, and that's their only thing they do in their lives. Yeah.
Okay,
I do not have an issue with people being homosexual. I mean, other than besides for the fact of my religion. No, listen for 1 minute. Listen for 1 minute.
Besides the fact
I feel
of
as long as you're on the phone, Heshy might not interrupt, because I don't know how you did it that Heshy didn't interrupt you for most of the time you spoke. I have an issue with people making their entire life just about one thing. Hi. It's not I'm Avi. I am homosexual. I don't go telling people, look at me, you know who I am? I am heterosexual. What I am is the position that I would do with a woman. No. There is something wrong with the fact that the way I will say
but they identify themselves.
They identify themselves homosexual. I have no issue with you being homosexual. Be homosexual. Don't identify yourself as homosexual. I know lots of homosexual people that are amazing human beings, and the reason for that is because their entire life is not obsessed over their sexuality. It's who they are. That's how they feel, and I'm perfectly okay with that. I have an issue with somebody who needs to identify themselves as homosexual. Go ahead, talk.
Listen, all I'm saying is that people get beaten up because they're gay.
And that is wrong.
Of course it's wrong, but it's
probably because they're out there shoving it in people's faces. They would just live their lives. I didn't say it gives them their rights. No, I'm just saying if they would stay under the radar, it would definitely help.
No, it wouldn't.
I didn't say it gives them the right. God forbid.
I'm saying they should be openly homosexual. I'm not saying they should be openly homosexual. I'm saying there shouldn't. That's how they define themselves.
1 minute, let Norman talk.
We're coming to the break, so you got about 40 seconds, Norman.
What do you think is going to happen if Mayor de Blasio smokes a joint?
I think he'll get a call. America is very weak. I would show every single other country that America is very weak with a bunch of hippies in the White House.
Ralph told you that a lot of people sleep in the Wall Street area at night in the street in sleeping bags.
Terrible.
So why now? Let me just finish this. In the last 10 years, and maybe more, back to the Giuliani administration, the most common thing in homeless shelters are rats, mice, roaches, water bugs, vermin, and urine. Now, then you have put crazy people in there, or you put families. How do you do that to human beings for 10, 15 years? And and the person that's in charge of this isn't put in prison.
Okay.
Norman, we have to go to commercial break.
But Norman, thank you. We're going to talk about this in a minute. Norman, I love you. Happy birthday, and I want to hear from you when we come back next week. Anyways, everybody, we're going to a commercial station identification, but I'm going to take it. I'm going to end off with this. This way, maybe Avi would understand.
Yeah.
I want you to. It's about discovery. The voyage of discovery in life is not in seeking new landscapes, but having new eyes to be able to enjoy what we already have and see before us.
Right.
Enjoy what you are. Enjoy who you want to be. We'll be right back. Thank you, everybody. Stay tuned.
The preceding program is a paid advertisement. The opinions and views expressed therein do not necessarily reflect those of AM 620 WSNR or its
Anyways, everybody, hello. Welcome back to the show. I hope you had a nice break from the state from us.
30 seconds.
Maybe you pop some more popcorn.
That's it. I hope you did so. Welcome back. Esty tried to go out for a cigarette, but thank God I stopped her. Neil disappeared completely. And Avi, and while we were on station break, Avi insulted me. He said to me, be a radio station that changes the world.
I wasn't insulting you. I was inspiring.
You see how you inspired?
Yeah.
Avi was inspiring me. He says, be a radio show that will change the world, not be like the rest of the idiots. And I agree
the
with
rest
him.
of the idiots that just try looking for other people's mistakes.
I got that. And I agree with you 100%.
So should we take another phone call?
Before we go, we're at the top of the hour, Esty, so you're going to do two things for me right now. Tell us if Norman's birthday is tomorrow. I know you can't.
I thought it's today, no?
Oh, it is today, so then read his horoscope.
So yeah, Norman, since it's your birthday, this is what they're telling you, and it probably applies to everyone.
You will
'cause
call
they're
a
not good
radio
at it.
station today.
Yeah. Concentrate on your own needs and desires, and don't let those around you dictate what you do with your life. The influence of Uranus on your birthdays suggests you will soon be moving in a radical new direction. It will be good for you. So apparently Norman is moving in a radical direction. I hope it means that he'll talk faster. No, it's fine, Norman. Pisces, if you are this month, put financial considerations first today, especially if you are the kind of Pisces who usually does not have a clue how much is coming in and how much is going out. Cut back on unnecessary spending now or suffer later on.
Thank you.
So,
Esty.
yeah, I'm sure it applies to everyone.
Now, Esty, before you go ahead, I would like you to tell us who is sponsoring the show today.
So, yeah, we have Black Label E6. You can go to
Mikey!
Yeah.
Avi, say Mikey. You're smoking one of his cigarettes. Say Mikey.
Oh, you have to talk in.
Mikey!
Yeah, that's how it goes.
How is it?
So, yeah.
Is it good? Is the electric cigarette good?
Very good.
Tastes very electrical.
And that's somebody that is not getting paid on this show.
So,
Actually, it's pretty good.
Yeah. Anyways.
I don't know if it's healthy for you, but it's good.
No, if you're trying to quit smoking, especially. So, yeah, you can go to blpremiumeSig.com or call Mikey at 561-239-5941. Yossi Lefkowitz, best personal trainer ever. He's located on 16th and 48th. He also does house calls. You can call him at 347-816-5207. We have Green Line Building Solutions. They help you fix your violations, permits, plans, asbestos, and something removal. You say it so many times, I know it by heart.
You finally got it. Yes, we do lead and asbestos inspections, and if you have it, we'll direct you to the
clearances,
we help
everything.
you
He does everything. And listen, anything to do with a building, he does it.
Thank you.
That's all.
And
you know.
And we'll guide
But
you.
you need a lawyer, you need the architect, you need the inspector, and if you need the chief inspector, the borough chief inspector, whoever you need, you'll get him there.
But it's not only that, we also give you free consultations. We'll guide you, we'll talk to you. And like today, I had two guys who came in from Queens to me, and they just asked for information, discussed their problems, and we let them go on their merry way.
So, yeah, you can call Green Line at 718
You got a free consultation with the man.
Yes.
Wow.
With
Let me
the
give out your phone
man.
number. They won't know where to get you.
I'll tell you why. Penny disappeared today with my car, and I think there was a dent in there. And my producer was screaming at me, so Penny doesn't know I know about the dent, and nobody was there, so everybody had to meet with me today.
Nice.
But
Anyways.
from now on, they have to either buy you a latte,
Right.
or they have to bring a Danish.
Right. Nobody right.
You can't just walk in and think for nothing.
But it's a free
Even a fruit plate, whatever,
yeah,
something.
I'm on a diet.
Right. So even vegetables cut up or something. They gotta bring something.
You know what Penny gave me for breakfast?
Just like when you go to the holy rabbi,
right?
If you don't bring anything, that's it. He doesn't want to look at you.
Wait, you don't want me to give out your number?
Sure, give out.
No, don't give out his number. Give his address, 5318
16th Avenue. Come in, walk in.
He just gave you some. Okay. Anyways, you can call them at 718-871-0382. Again, this is the Just Enough Heshy Show. We're on Monday.
Get all of our sponsors by emailing at justenoughheshy@gmail.com.
Yes, if you'd like to advertise with us, Just Enough Heshy Gmail. That's the place to go. We're on Monday and Tuesday.
We're not too expensive, right?
No, we're not.
No, we're pretty good. We're well priced.
Yeah, we're
priced.
on Monday and Tuesday from 7 to 9 p.m. You should go on our Facebook and like our Just Enough Heshy page.
I know the producer's working on something heavy, right?
And follow us at hashtag Just Enough Heshy.
She can't. She's flashing guys. But Esty, I have a question for you. You have car insurance, Esty?
Yeah.
And whose car insurance?
Hold on. Geico. 15 minutes can save you 15% or more in car insurance.
Very good, Esty.
Amazing. Wow, I never heard of that before.
Well, now you can hear it a lot.
No. Soon you're going to have to upgrade to the, I do better than that.
14 minutes.
So yeah,
what is that?
We're also live on YouTube, Just Enough Heshy, where you can see us live, what we look like and what we, the hand motions we're doing. And if you'd like to call in, you can reach us at 718-303-9090. I'm going to take a caller.
You might not like our hand motions, sometimes they're
Hello,
just
you're on the air with Uncle Heshy. Hey, Larry.
Oh, yes, hello. By the way, a caller said there wasn't any fighting, or there wasn't any fighting at Woodstock, but Woodstock was a lot of rain and a lot of mud. There isn't that much fighting in the rain.
Sounds like you were there.
It was still wonderful, I'm sure.
Yeah, were you there?
No, because one of the DJs where I lived said don't go. It's a bummer because of all the rain and mud.
But still, you missed out. They're probably playing in the mud and showering in the rain.
Oh, that's true. That's true. Oh, but I'll tell you, that's what the main community was there. Everybody was dealing with the rain and the mud. When you talk about community, that's what the community was at Woodstock, dealing with the rain and the mud. And in the meantime,
I doubt a single person had a raincoat. They were all dancing in the rain.
Oh, they were naked.
Yeah,
come on.
probably.
They were having a great time. It was great history. Great history.
Don't get me excited. A person on the show referred to the F and F train, and that reminds me. Yeah,
I took that for 3 years, and let me tell you, that train would make anybody go bonkers. Imagine your whole job was to drive this train. I had to only take it back and forth once a day.
I like the
good for me.
Every train, that's always a problem. Whenever there's a problem in the city, some story, it's always the F train.
It's the 6.
It's the worst. It's always the
those are older.
And the worst train
is even called the F train.
The worst train is the G train.
The G.
I hate it. Why did they put that in?
The G train messes up the F train because they share the tracks, so the F train is always waiting for the G train to do
go ahead.
The G train is awful, but I mean, we can call the G train the F and G train also. But that reminded me.
Is that in the effing city?
Okay, guys.
Oh, well, that's what I'm calling about. When City Field was being opened, someone asked who is City Field named after, and I knew who it's named after. It's a guy who goes by his initials, A.H. A.H. City. It seems that I run into him every time I leave the house. A.H. City.
Oh God. Anyways,
okay. I hope I helped.
You did, Larry. Thank you for the call. I'm happy you're
anything you have bad to say about the F train, you can always call.
Larry, I want to ask you a question.
What do you think of De Blasio smoking a doob?
God, he has such names.
So again, what do I think of De Blasio? Oh, listen, in 1972, there was an important story in the New York Times that said that marijuana destroys brain cells, and everybody believed it, and I did also. I think it destroys brain cells. That's in 1972.
Okay. Do you know, by the way, if you just would have read a little more of the article, it would tell you that it's people that smoke on a regular basis have the potential to lose brain cells.
Oh, you're probably right. It's probably statistical.
Yeah, I'm probably right.
Yes,
That's the way I feel.
Extrapolation. Extrapolation always wins.
People can say whatever experiments they want. All I know is that every single kid that grew up smoking weed, you could always tell right away because they always sounded like they were baked,
Right.
even when they weren't smoking.
Larry, thank you for calling the show. Larry, how do you like our show, by the way?
Oh, I'm having a lot of fun.
Wow, so Z seems like an opponent of marijuana.
Yeah, did you just hear Larry?
Is that
no,
a
listen, I
bestie?
stopped using it after I was no longer a student because I didn't have the student mentality. I was grown up.
But
No,
that's
it's the only like slight tiny flaw. Don't worry, we'll fix it. We'll fix it.
Thank you, Larry. Thank you for your call, Larry.
Okay, thank you. Bye.
Yeah, I guess Vicodins and Percocets are better.
I want to tell you something. I want to tell you something.
This whole election thing is really, it's starting to really turn into a
Yeah,
whole
so
thing.
tell us.
You got 5 days of this now.
But how do you think this is affecting Obama? And
Nothing.
And
It has
I think
it's
it's
affecting
huge.
him huge.
It's huge. It's
If
not just Obama. All of his supporters, all the people that were against it.
If they believe that Netanyahu won tonight, the best he can.
It's like a loss for Obama.
That's it. He's cursing. He's angry. He's pissed. But if it would be Netanyahu not winning, they'd be popping champagne bottles and they would be dancing.
Obama was doing all he can to try to tell people.
He'd be calling up his guy Assad, Bashad, whatever his name is over there in Syria.
Yeah.
He'd be calling all these Arabs up. You see, I told you I get these.
Iran,
Jews,
exactly.
Okay,
no, this is big because Obama was basically lobbying to that people shouldn't, that Netanyahu is too big of a, he's too right wing and he's too hardcore and blah blah blah.
190 people they sent over to help the other parties.
Yeah, and the people have spoken, and
could you imagine?
We need somebody hardcore because if we have another Obama,
no, but tax dollars. Could you imagine?
I could imagine.
They followed the money. It came from nonprofit A, and it went to nonprofit B,
of course,
and then nonprofit B sent the people over.
Can you imagine if we had another weak Obama type?
Anyway,
in Israel,
your friends are into
non-profits.
I heard yesterday the guy who called.
Thank God.
You know what?
Let's take a caller, maybe. Anyone?
Anyone there?
I don't know. You want to call?
Again, this is the Justin F. Heshy Show. You can call in at 718-303-9090.
Got something good to say.
Hello, you're on the air with Uncle Heshy.
Uncle Heshy, how are you?
Hello, how are you?
I want to ask you a question. Do you know what the definition of marriage is in Hebrew? What the word they use?
No, I don't.
What is it?
You ever read the word kedushin?
Kedushin, yes.
Nisuin,
Nisuin is engagement.
That's a beautiful point.
Yes, go ahead. Kedushin.
And what does the word kedushin mean?
Holy.
Holy. Okay, so if and the reason I'm bringing this up is because you were attacking that young boy who was defending his belief in the Torah. So in the Torah, it specifically states that relation between a man and a man
abomination
is an abomination. So how could something be kedushin if the Torah specifically defines it as an abomination?
Can I ask you back?
I have an answer for that.
There are many answers for
The
that.
gentleman asked me. The woman asked me a question. I want to just answer it while we're on.
Let me just say one more thing. You don't need to take the extreme step to say that all homosexuals, God forbid, should be destroyed or annihilated. To defend the marriage definition in Jewish law.
Okay. By the way, I want you to know out there, okay, there are thousands and thousands of gay Jews
that are also
Orthodox. Do not,
Orthodox.
1 minute, that are not religious today only because they had issues with their rabbis about being gay. Okay,
and then there are also a community in Manhattan that there are homosexuals that are Orthodox that know that it is wrong, that according to the Jewish law, for them to be homosexual,
because that's the way it should be,
and they know it's a problem, just like somebody who has
a problem. But that's the way it should be.
Exactly, and they deal with it very, very emotionally helpful.
Right,
which has to do with
right.
the person.
If I go to McDonald's, it means I'm not Jewish now.
No.
Oh, there's no difference. No difference.
Neil, let me explain something to you.
Well, one minute.
No, let him explain something to me.
No. I want to say one thing. When you just said Jewish law, you forgot that the Christians have holy matrimony, and the Buddhists and the Muslims also have the word holy in marriage. So if you want to go the word holy, all the religion have that marriage and being joined with your opposite or
except the Maharaji, because he doesn't believe in marriage.
Right. So you're telling me all religions believe that marriage is holy. So holy matrimony, kedushin, and all of that stuff. You don't pick the Jewish religion. All of them believe marriage is holy.
Okay. Now what's his point?
What's your point?
The point is this. No one is saying that the person who conducts himself in that lifestyle should be annihilated or destroyed.
Or is evil.
Let me finish. Or persecuted or made fun of or isolated. That is just like saying the same thing. If I want a Machal Shabbos, I'm violating the law too. And quite frankly, the post says a person on Machal Shabbos should also be stoned. But the reality is the homosexual lifestyle is against the Jewish law.
But so are a lot of other things when nobody's...
Exactly.
I have a question.
Exactly.
Where exactly?
As long as we agree on the same page.
Where does it say that it's against Jewish law? I'm not sure. I didn't read that anywhere.
Oh, so then start learning more.
Really? I don't know.
Do not lie with a man as you would with a woman.
Where does it say that in the Ten Commandments?
Wait, you only believe in the Ten Commandments?
Where?
You only believe in the Ten Commandments?
I don't believe it, but that's...
No, and it has nothing to do with it. You don't know how detailed it has to be for it to be called homosexual, a relationship. You can do, like a million other things. We don't have to get into the details of what sexuality is and all that, but there are a lot of other things you can do besides whatever and enjoy your homosexuality.
Do you know, according to Jewish law, that if your wife cheats on you, you can never take her back? Now, no. According to incorrect. You are incorrect. According to what I learned, that if you did not have witnesses or you did not actually see the actual penetration of this infidelity, then it does not count, and you can take her back unless it.
I don't want to get into the details of Jewish law. That wasn't what I'm calling. You're attacking this young boy for defending his position that marriage is between a man and a woman.
No, I'm not attacking
the Jewish law.
I am not attacking him. I am teaching him. He is wrong.
I really appreciate it.
You should.
Everybody's wrong besides you, actually. You're the only person that can never be right.
Neil, explain that to them.
It doesn't mean he's a homophobe.
I am not homophobic.
Wait, I have a question. Is it allowed? Do we hold that non-Jewish people, according to us, are allowed to be?
By the way.
Yeah, I know. Cassie, non-Jewish people, it's fine, right?
So he's trying to talk.
As long as they're hot. Doesn't mean that he wants to annihilate the entire gay population.
Not only that, but I do not think that homosexuals are evil. Just because somebody does something that I believe is wrong according to my beliefs doesn't make that person evil.
Okay, excuse me.
Religious beliefs, Jewish law provides that marriage is between a man and a woman.
Okay, no problem. Shlomo.
You want to have sex in a marriage between a man and a man or a woman and a woman? Call a kavod. You can do all that.
That's exactly what we want. That's all we want. Leave us alone. Let us get married secularly. Recognize us that we're allowed to get married and leave us alone. No, we don't want to be part of your religion. We don't want to be part of your religion.
You should not force a rabbi or a priest or an imam to conduct that service because it goes against their religious.
Nobody should ever be forced to do anything.
Very well said. 100%.
And that's all this kid is saying.
I have a question, okay? Is it, according to our Jewish law, isn't it fine if non-Jews are gay? Like, it doesn't bother us at all? Is it one of the 7 things? Oh,
yes.
Okay, scratch that.
Well, I just want to say that anyway, I think we have major problems in the Jewish community today. And I don't know if you read the web blog, guy Morales. MS Vermuna it's a wonderful, wonderful website. And today there was an article on it, and there was a letter written in from a woman, about the idea. We spoke about it a few weeks ago, that they're now erasing pictures of women in Jewish publications.
Oh, it's been that way for years.
No, but now the Aguda just did it. They listen to this.
It wasn't like a hardcore.
Just listen to this. The founder of Jewish girls' schools, someone by the name of Sarah Shanira.
Right, I read about her. She's a wonderful lady.
Wonderful lady in the early years.
Somebody helped her, I think her husband.
I'm very happy about that, but that's not my point. My point being that they're making a dinner in her honor, or whatever it is. She's dead many years, but in her name.
I think it was today.
And in the Aguda, it could be, and the Aguda was doing this. And in their ad, they wiped out her photo because it's not modest. It's to have a woman on the photo.
Wow.
Now, you can tell me all you want about, oh, yeah, it's good homosexuals. They can do whatever they want in their room. They can do this. They can do that. But it's BS. It's guys like... that full of it, because really once they get with their crowd,
right,
all of a sudden this is no good, there's another thing no good, and that's no good. I gotta be quite frank, in the old days, all the rabbis, every single one of them, not rebbes, rabbis, sat mixed seating at weddings.
Oh gosh,
all of them.
That's 100% true.
And if you would go right, of course. Yeah. And if you would go and say hello to him, he would introduce you to his wife.
Wow.
And today they wouldn't allow. You see what they do to Mechitza, the separation thing. You can't even peek.
You know what I heard? That's ridiculous. There's a family with their own immediate siblings, married wives, to have a separate when they have parties.
Right.
It's immediate family. Their uncles, aunts, they can't see each other. So there's a world in between, which is ridiculous.
No, and that is where it. And that is where. And that is where the problem is with all these conversations.
Every single person's life is about the other person, what the other person is doing wrong. Let's just keep going on with our lives, looking at other people's problems.
So I agree with you. So now that we've discussed,
what does that have to do? Look the way it affects us. What are you talking about? All of a sudden, the guys make rules.
Yeah,
right. You make rules.
To do all the things that
you follow rules that are not really rules. They are BS, made-up rules. Our great-great-grandparents did not follow them.
Considered gates, not rules.
Excuse me?
They're not considered rules. They're considered gates.
Yeah, gates my ass. Gates my ass. You call it whatever you want. It's a rule.
I want to take a caller, if that's okay.
Come on.
Okay,
come on.
So this is the Justin.
You don't have a caller.
This is the Justin Heshy show. You can call us.
Caller, can I say something interesting?
No.
Did I tell you about this guy who has the website called Tom Flores, who wrote about the Rothschild family?
I don't think so.
So I read this funny on my Facebook page. Somebody sent me a interesting story that this guy Tom Flores and Morales, he writes a webpage on Facebook that he says that the Jewish bankers of Europe, as well as other governments, started World War II, and especially the Rothschild family funded Hitler to wipe out all the Jews.
No doubt.
So they can start an Israeli state.
No.
You know what? If that was true, they would have sent them to Israel instead of killing them.
You're mixing up too many people. It's different people.
Not only that, I think it was the government, somebody in the official government in Palestine or was it Syria? That this was, I don't know, a year ago. He said, Jews actually put blood in their matzos. And I was like, wow, that is so 1800s. I can't believe people are still buying that.
I don't believe that.
What do you mean?
Wouldn't it turn red? Has nobody figured out ingredients that would make it red? Matzah has never been red. It's white.
It was on the famous news channel called Al Jazeera. You guys have all heard that?
Yeah.
On Al Jazeera, he's saying openly, like, yeah, of course they use blood for
But I think only from children, by the way, so you don't have to
but
worry.
they don't actually check facts because it's the wrong color. But yeah, let me take a phone call. Anyways, this is the Just Enough Heshy Show.
They're crazy out there.
This
And
is
we wanna
the
make these
Just
that are
Enough
all-
Heshy
I know it's
Show.
just enough.
You
That's
can
why
call
I'm
in at 718-303-9090. I'm going to take
Do it
a
again.
caller.
Do it again.
Okay, this is the Just Enough Heshy Show. You can call in at 718-303-9090.
And you tell us how your
Hello, you're on the air.
Your
Madam
matzah
Heshy.
at $30 a pound. You tell us what it's made of.
$40 I paid.
No, that's 2 pounds.
Yes.
Hi, how's it going? If they let you talk.
Gary.
This is Gary moving to Detroit.
Oh,
Hey,
nice.
Gary,
Hi.
how are you, Gary?
Enjoy.
I'm good. I just wanted
Did
to
you
give
buy
you-
yourself a whole city block over there?
I
I
wanted,
heard
yeah,
you could-
I'm going to buy a whole community.
You
there.
could. You
Call
could
it
buy the whole city.
I'll call it Garytown.
Garytown. I like that.
I like that. I'll move there.
Let's
I want to give you an update on the Israeli election. It
Oh,
looks like the
great.
polls were very wrong. It looks like it's a blowout
for BB.
Netanyahu.
Yeah, we know.
What does a
I
blowout
didn't know.
mean?
Thanks, I
Explain to us
appreciate
what
it.
a blowout means.
It's a 50% of the vote counted, and he's got 28 seats now to the union's 22.
Okay, that still only gives him a 6-seat.
Yeah, that's pretty good. And the Scans and the Barnetts, whatever they are, they have 8 seats each.
So
Well,
don't you
so-
feel this is also a loss for Obama?
No. First of all,
Obama.
Well, let me give
It
you my
is hard
opinion
out.
before you guys give your speeches, okay?
Yes. Everyone,
Hold on a
give
hold
him
on
a
a
minute. Go for it.
Yeah, I think that this was really what Netanyahu did the last 2 days of his campaign. With the polls coming out with him behind, I think a lot of the religious vote got very nervous and moved back to him.
Okay, but we asked you about Obama.
I wanted to tell you that first because I think that's a little bit more important, analyzing the election. Okay, this was a very different than the polls. Even the exit polls would show that even are wrong. So people were ashamed to say they were voting for him, almost.
Okay.
And that's a very interesting development. They were scared about union gaining the power. That's interesting. Obama's operation was in there working against
Right, so how do
Netanyahu.
you think he feels? That was the
I don't think he
question.
feels great today. No.
And is it going to be any kind of retaliation against Bibi? Or-
Well, they're gonna come out next week with their with their plan. They're 90% close to the deal they announced today, which is interesting, with the Iran deal. So I guess that deal is already done.
Oh, I bet you the Saudis and the Jordanians and the Israelis are speaking already of what they're going to do about it. Yeah.
And I think the Republicans in Congress now, with this kind of wipeout almost in Israel, are gonna step up too. So it's gonna be a lot of interesting pushback on the Iran deal now.
And plus, it's
Like I
going
said, it's
to
Obama's worst nightmare.
it's going to make Obama look as weak as he really is.
Yep.
But wait, isn't Obama leaving office? Why should he care?
Still got 2 more years,
He's
buddy.
got 2 years.
Long 2 years. Well,
It's a long 2 years.
a year, 9 months. Yeah.
He's brilliantly used the media at this point to gain power. Usually at this point in time, the president is a lame duck.
Wait, so how long is Netanyahu going to be if he gets elected now? How long will he be in office?
At least I don't know how long it's
I
been
don't know,
there,
but
How long
he's
does
the
it go
one
in
that
Israel?
called this election.
I'm just saying, if Netanyahu not lives, but president, like if he's in
He's gonna
office
be in
for
office.
longer
he'll
than
be
Obama.
in long
Okay, maybe the next
Obama.
president will like him. Maybe Hillary will be nicer. I hope she's not president.
Hillary has it. Thank you, Gary. Thank you for the update. We appreciate it, and we'll
Okay.
hope to see you next week.
Yeah.
Anyways, now that you got your Israeli update, which I don't really care about, I'm
Oh,
going
Why
to
don't you
thanks.
care about it? It's
Yeah,
your
let's just mention
homeland.
the show one more time. This is the
No,
Just
it's
Enough
his home
Heshy Show.
country he
You
doesn't
can-
care about.
Okay, this is the Just Enough Heshy Show. You can find us
Oh, you're
live
part
on
of the
YouTube.
Ture Carter?
No.
Oh, you're
I-
from
The
those
viewer
guys?
just called in and he said we don't care about it. Thanks.
No,
Yeah, I'm sure
I'm
he'll
just
call
trying
again.
to explain to you that I'm telling you that I'm a people person, that I am a citizen.
You're a
of the
lover
world.
of all except Israel.
Not
So
Israel,
yeah, go
I'm
to
a lover-
Facebook, Twitter,
I
Just
am a
Enough
lover-
Heshy.
I am am a lover of Israel. I love Israel.
Okay, and if you want to call in, you can reach us at 718-303-9090.
I'm a lover of people and a lover of the citizens of the world, and I'm not a lover of any country, and I'm not a lover of people who bully and push us around, and that's what I am. I'm a regular person. Anyways, Esther, who's paying for this show today? Because
Yeah, I feel like we haven't really mentioned them.
Right.
What happened to Posh?
Yeah. Yeah. It's
What
good.
happened
Nobody
to
cares.
you? When
Yeah.
are you going to learn not to open your mouth? Things that shouldn't
Anyways,
be
we have
said
the
on
Black
the
Label
air.
e-cigarettes if you're looking to quit
I don't
smoking or
understand
that's what
this
you
guy.
smoke.
Like what? No,
You
I
can
had
go
to
to-
say it. Every week we go through the same thing.
Esty's getting
Come
nervous.
on,
Look how
Esty,
So, yeah.
stop getting antsy.
Yeah, well, maybe let me finish talking.
Maybe.
Maybe. Okay.
Okay?
So, yeah, you can go to blpremiumecig.com or call Mikey at 561-239-5941.
I'm not even going to say Mikey.
Except you just did. So, yeah, we have Yossi Lefkowitz, a personal trainer, great at what he does. He's located on 16th and 48th. You can call him at 347-816-5207. We have Green Line Building Solutions. They do permits, violations, asbestos and lead inspections. I'm trying to think what else they do.
HPD violations.
HPD. Oh wait, DOB.
DOB
Yeah, just remember the date of birth.
and free consultations.
Free consultation. Yeah. So you can call them at 718-871-0382.
But if you really want a good
doesn't
free
say here.
consultation, bring a gift. You have to bring something that
coffee.
you can make a blessing on. Whether it's a latte, a Danish,
something you could
a
slip
fruit.
into his fingers a little bit.
I want to ask you guys.
Some
I
cash.
want to ask you guys a real question. There was a woman who refused to help a teenager she hit with a car, saying that the blood would upset her children. A British woman struck a teenage bicyclist, but refused to stop because she feared that the bloodied boy would upset her children.
Oh, would have hurt her children.
According to this,
So instead, what'd she do?
according to this thing, the 17-year-old was riding his brand new mountain bike on some morning on March 6th when a silver Ford hit him and sent him flying. The boy's mother said that the female passenger exited the vehicle, proceeded to explain that he had upset her kids who were late for school, then drove off without giving him any contact information.
Oh, that poor that animal interrupting her day and disrupting your kids. Wow, you should be thrown in jail.
He should be. She should be. She should.
I was
hit
being
someone.
sarcastic, of course. She
hit someone.
Yeah,
I don't
it's
understand
It's
this.
her responsibility to care about him a little bit more than
By
her
the way,
children's delicate
Did you
sensibilities.
see
Hello.
that the city, now they have all these cameras for the speeding
Right.
thing?
They're everywhere.
Everywhere.
Everywhere. School zones. They love the school
Right.
zones because they could blast you. You don't even realize that's 15 and you're going 30. Boom, $500 ticket.
They also now have different types of sensors that they're putting out in a lot of areas. I think 300 of them.
Go on.
That they can tell where a bullet was shot
Yeah.
from.
I read that.
In other words,
Why do
right
they
within
need that?
30
It's
seconds,
it's
they
sick that
can
we
give
need
you
that.
that information. In other words,
Right.
and as the cops are coming there, they can actually send it on a map.
So
you
it
know.
picks up if there was a bullet fired? What does
Right.
it pick up on? It hears a
It
noise?
decides, and it takes about 30 seconds for it to figure out if it was a firecracker or a bullet.
Wow,
And
it's-
then if it was a bullet, it'll tell you where.
that's really messed
where
up that
it
we
is.
need that in this city.
And I want to know,
I wonder where they're going to put it.
and I want to know
Jeez.
this. I want to know why all these mechanisms are not in one box.
What do you mean?
Why? The speed camera, the red light camera, the bullet detection thing, whatever else they got going that they're watching us. Why aren't they putting in videotapes also while they're at it?
That's what you want or you don't want?
I do want.
You really do?
Yeah.
You want them to be monitoring us 24/7 on video?
I because eventually we're gonna need it. What do you think? All the homes put it in. Everybody wants it. Eventually, that's how
That
you
would
catch
never.
it.
That would never ever fly in America.
Why? Look at the way
there's too
they do
many-
it in Europe.
Exactly, because America, the civil
In-
rights
in,
and the liberals, way too much.
Well,
London.
according to your government, they can change the laws as they please. Now, I have
That would
another
never
question for you.
happen.
Forget about what Neil just said. Not
Right,
that I
because
have-
Neil's
But
an
it was-
a-hole.
no, because I'm never going to allow
I
that.
happen to agree with it because these people, they think that the government gives a rat's tuchus about what they're doing with themselves. Like, oh, I don't want to take the toll, the MTA, because then they're going to know that I went to New Jersey. Like,
That's right.
what do you think? Like Obama sitting there, like tracking you, like,
No,
oh,
and as
she
if
went to
they
visit her
don't
sister
have-
last night. Oh, it's so exciting. We
As
can
if
call the
they
CIA.
don't have
Jesus.
other mechanisms
Right.
to follow
But who
you if they want
cares?
to.
That,
You
honestly,
saw that
their
guy
life
in
isn't so
Williamsburg
exciting.
who they killed. They put a cell phone on his thing, and they were able to track him. Right?
Yeah, I hear you can turn.
You
They
know,
can turn
so
any
like
cell
what?
phone.
They can do anything
Yeah,
they
yeah.
want.
So I want to
They
ask
don't
you.
care.
And you have taught me over the years
Unless you have something
that
to
they're
hide.
always listening to
They're
us.
always listening to
But
us.
Always listening.
Unless
to
you have
us.
something to hide or you have something to
You
be
know.
guilty about, then
So
who
I
cares?
want to ask you a question.
Everybody has something to hide. If they went to every person's house and searched it, believe me, every person would be in jail because someone on the taxes, just small things, they can catch every
Small
person.
things like
It's not
taxes.
possible to do.
I have a
No one
question.
said anything
Unless
about
small
searching a
types of
house,
taxes.
but when you're leaving your house, you're minding your own business. And you're driving your car.
I have another question
What's
for
the
you.
problem?
Right.
Should we allow cell phones back in the schools?
For sure, it was already.
Really?
They
So I
decided
have a
already.
problem. Are you ready for my
Yeah,
problem?
what?
Okay.
The kid took a picture
A
of
lot
the
of
chick.
teachers are concerned about lifting the ban on this. A Brooklyn high school
Right.
freshman
She
took
wears a
advantage
skirt,
of
and
the
he-
newly lifted cell phone ban by snapping an upskirt shot of the
Wonderful.
teacher.
Wonderful.
It's disgusting.
Wonderful.
Disgusting.
Yeah.
Wait, hold on.
Don't
Forget
tell
about-
me when you were in first grade. Don't tell me.
I will tell you.
Don't tell me you didn't look up her
He used to
legs.
drop his
And
pencil
she
on the
was
floor.
90 years old.
Let
the
me explain to
teacher.
you something. This
He
is
used to drop his
Don't
pencil on the
tell
floor.
me.
if you see, for example, if you see somebody zip open, somebody makes a
Hold
laugh,
on, hold on.
you go tell them to close it.
Hold
Don't
on
make
a
fun of
second.
them.
Hold on a second.
If you see somebody,
I always do that.
I
by the
always
way.
do that. If you see somebody's skirt pulled up a little bit, don't take a picture and send it all
Right.
over.
Hold
the
on
place
a
and make fun of
second.
people.
Right.
It's disgusting.
Forget about the perverted aspect. How about the fact that these kids, if they have a phone, all they're going to do is text the entire class. They're not going to listen to the teacher. They're not
Right.
going to learn
It
anything.
shouldn't be allowed.
But they're
out.
allowed in
It should-
class to have phones?
They're allowed in the school, so they're allowed to have it in
So
class.
the kids will just sit there texting the whole day. Nobody's
Right,
going to
but
get an
that part
education.
shouldn't be allowed. You
Right.
know? In other words, I agree they should have a phone.
No, they should
That's
have
the
a
way the world
phone.
is going.
You have a phone,
It's
and
going that way.
Not during class.
you have to have a phone. You have to put it in your locker or check it in,
Right.
and it has to be taken away while you're in class.
And I don't
The
like
kids
that.
aren't gonna
Too
pay
much
atten-
work, too much
What do you
everything.
mean? It's it's
Too
impossible.
much.
You can't have a phone in class.
Why?
You'll sit there and
You have
text
a
all
phone
day.
when you go to a meeting. right?
Exactly, and all I do is text on it all day. If I had a
All
phone
right,
when
so
I was
you're
in
a
elementary,
jackass kind of guy to go to a meeting.
if I had a
with.
phone when I was in elementary school, I wouldn't even know how to add. I'd be sitting there texting my friends all day, playing
Nobody
games.
knows how to add
You
it.
can't have a
No, but in
phone.
college,
You
if
heard
they see you with a
Heshy's
phone, they
story
shut you
yesterday.
down.
The lady
Yeah.
got divorced right away. She asked her husband,
Right.
21 minus 6 or 6 plus
Because
3.
even 7-year-old
Whatever.
kids, they have phones now.
Anyways, guys, I have
Even?
Even.
They're the ones who know these
Yeah, but I'm
tablets
saying, like, it's
and
crazy.
everything. They're
You
the
might
my
have
ones-
son can
a
do
third
things that I
grader.
can't even do. Anyways,
which is very surprising.
Uncle Heshy today is going to teach everybody the
Oh,
secret to, since you guys are all into other things,
What, that leavened bread?
the secret to a lasting marriage. Are you ready?
I thought marriage doesn't exist.
I feel like I should.
This is a guy who's married 25 years, and I want to give you the secret.
Okay, 25
Okay.
years.
Separate bathrooms.
I'm married for 25 years.
That's the secret.
And there's and I want you to know that for the what you have to do is, the problem with marriage is that some people just want to remember all the bad things. I know my early years, it was just like yesterday. It was, I just remember everything that happened in the beginning. A good thing for a lasting marriage is to turn yourself inside out. Forget about what the other person did yesterday. Forget about the arguments, because if you want to have a lasting marriage, you can't just.
It has nothing to do
You
with
have to have
marriage.
a
We
short-
all know that in real life, people should always have a good list
a short memory.
and a bad list. And when
No,
they
but you
get a
should-
little depressed or something, they pull out that good list and
No,
they
but you
say,
should also.
"Oh, look how many good things that went right
It's
are
not
going
only that, but
right."
you should have a short
It
memory. Yesterday you
reaffirms.
had a fight. Don't have to bring up the fight tomorrow morning. You know, you should also.
Psychologist. What happened to the psychologist?
You should also
I didn't
have-
hear no opinion from the psychologist.
No, but you should
Nothing.
also have. You should also try to.
Right.
You should also
Yeah.
try to laugh a little bit. That's why every once in a
That's
while.
a forte.
Try laughing at your wife. See how far
No,
that
I
gets.
do.
you.
I do. That's why every once in a
She
while.
tells you, take out the garbage, just laugh at
No,
her.
but that's why every once in a while I call her Curva. She gives me a good smile, and we're all
Nice.
happy again.
Nice. Well, that's good. Yeah, some people don't have the luxury of having that
Do you
kind
get
of.
supper that night too?
I do. It happens to me that night. I get a-
She laughs and then she locks
I
him
get- I get a
out.
double
she gets.
portion.
She gets.
And then he buys flowers and chocolates, and she's like,
No,
He doesn't buy anything.
I don't
Yeah.
buy nothing.
He doesn't buy
When
anything.
I come home with flowers, there's a problem.
If he brings
Yeah,
home-
it's like, who have you been with?
No,
What's
no,
going on?
no, she knows
She gets
that.
very suspicious.
No, she's saying
Yeah.
to me, no, if I come home with flowers, she says, did you steal an extra $10 from my wallet?
No. She's
She controls the
suspicious.
money. No, she's not.
She
Not for me.
knows.
She knows that I don't have those problems.
Right.
Amongst others.
All right.
Anyways,
Did anybody else here? I'm just wondering. Maybe one of you two guys. So Iran and Kerry, they got into a whole little tiff about that letter. You know, that letter that the Republicans wrote.
You know how make-believe that
they
is?
were like blasting. Apparently, it got like pretty heated. Kerry,
You know
he's
how
a little,
fake
he's
that
a little
is?
cheap, and he let the Iranian guys.
Right, it's all fake. The whole thing is fake.
Is that what you think?
Yeah, it's theater, pure theater.
So what do you think?
Whatever
really
deals are happening, they're rolling forward.
So what do you think is really happening?
They're gonna make a deal.
You think so?
Yeah, and they're gonna sign it, and they're gonna praise
they have
it,
Kerry wrapped around
and
their
they're
finger.
gonna say, and America is gonna say, we got such a tight deal, man. We're gonna be able to verify on a spot, on the moment, anywhere, anytime. We'll be able to.
Never.
That's what they're gonna say.
We're naive
You want to
morons.
bet they're gonna say
It's never gonna happen.
It's never gonna happen.
It's never gonna happen.
Of course.
Now you know that a lot of these ISIS peoples are dressing up as women. Now
Ice
that they're
cream.
getting called. Dozens of cowardly, low-life ISIS fighters disguise themselves as women, which they're not allowed to do, dressing in makeup and drag, and a failed attempt to elude Iraqi forces.
That's amazing.
Images posted on the Instagram show captured men, some still bearded, wearing padded bras, pink pants, dresses, and other women attire.
Maybe get rid
One
of the
photo
beard.
shows
beard might give it away.
One photo show. Well, all Iraqi women wear beards.
Put as much makeup on as you want.
No.
So racist.
I'm joking. My mother-in-law's Iraqi. I did see a beard on her. No. Anyways, in another image, a man could be seen wearing eyeshadow and lipstick, just like I think wasn't what's his name again? Wasn't
Liberace?
Not Liberace? Didn't
Elton
Saddam
John?
Hussein or
Gaddafi.
Gaddafi tried
He used to dress up.
Yeah.
Used to
Really?
dress up. Yeah, they got
And
pictures.
so what's their end game? Why are they?
He
doing
was
it?
such a
Well, they're
wacko.
getting now that the Iraqi forces have a lot of help and they're overtaking ISIS in Iraq,
Who's
so they're
helping
trying to
them?
escape. Iran,
Right. And Iran is our
enemy.
okay.
But my enemy of an enemy is my friend.
That's what Bibi said.
No, Bibi said my
my
enemy
enemy,
is
yes.
my enemy is
No,
my
that's what he was
enemy.
gonna say.
And I agree with him. I
Of
agree with him
course,
100%.
this whole idea of Iran taking over Iraq.
Yeah, it's wonderful.
I mean, it's just crazy. You don't understand. They fought for 10 years to try to take over Iraq.
A million people died on each side, if I'm correct.
I don't remember how many.
At least a million. I
I
remember.
tried to sell them the body bags. There was no sale.
Wow, terrible.
So yeah, this is the Just Enough Heshy Show. Like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, #Just Enough Heshy. We're live on YouTube. If you'd like to advertise with us, you can email us at justenoughheshy@gmail.com. We're on Monday and Tuesday from 7 to 9 p.m. If you want to call in, you can reach us at 718-303-9090.
What
Go on.
else did they catch? What else did they catch Silver doing with the with attorney generals or something? He was doing something.
I don't know.
They found that not only for Luxembourg and Lux,
Right.
but he had another thing going on with other stuff. He was making
happened?
tons of money.
Anyways, there's
I know Shelley
everybody.
Silver,
You know,
something with his-
February, just this past February, is called Black History Month.
Oh,
Every
yeah.
month. By the way, I saw a Women's Month somewhere. I was in the bank and it's like celebrating Women's Month. I was like, what? There's a Women's Month? That's great.
Yeah, we have.
So we're a
Women's
minority
Day.
because they have a Black History Month
No,
and they
it's
have Women
called-
Month,
it's
so
called
we're a minority.
Mother's Day.
Yeah, what?
Where's Daughter's Day? You
There's
know,
no
by your
Daughter's Day.
Did they get
Kids
that?
Day,
They have
Once a year?
take your daughter to work there. But anyways, Martin Luther King, who was a very good man, who did a lot for there was a woman who stabbed the Reverend Martin Luther King more than a half a century ago in a failed assassination attempt. Her name is Izola Weil Curry, 98. She just died. She outlived him. Curry, 42, plunged a letter opener into the civil rights leader chest during in 1958. She was a wacko.
But she didn't have the CIA on her
Not only
side.
that, King, 39, was assassinated a decade later in Memphis. During his speech the day before he died, King referred to his stabbing. She
Wow.
just died right now.
Wow.
Did she
King
say
was
anything?
such
Like,
a
is she happy
man.
that how the way things are? Like, did she like the change? Does she hate the change?
Yes.
I don't know.
Did
She
she
was-
go to jail or not?
I'm sure she was, back then with the racist thing, she must have got some stupid time. It looks
Probably
like
smacked her
I
around.
smacked
a
her around and
little.
she got off the hook. Right. Now,
At 98.
here's what we're going to talk about. Here's what I'm saving the best story for last.
The best.
The best. And this is what I want everybody to out there
What
to
do you
listen
got?
to.
Right.
Oregon, is the first state to adopt automatic voter registration. Oregon Governor Kate Brown holds up an automatic voter registration bill, signing it Monday, March 16th in Salem, Oregon. 17 years it took Oregon to decide to become the first state in the nation to hold all elections, listen to this, by mail ballot. It is taking another pioneering step now to encourage more people to cast ballots by automatically registering them to vote. That means if you sign up,
no ID.
It's
this thing that you can vote without legal ID is totally bogus.
It's great. You have no right. I registered to vote in my house. You send me a ballot, I sign it, I mail it in. I don't need ID for that.
Doesn't that mean you don't have to be a citizen?
And more people will vote.
Excuse me. Let's back up a minute. Let's forget about Oregon a minute.
Yeah.
Okay? Places where you go to vote.
Right.
And you don't need ID.
You match my signature.
Why is that good enough? You can't get on a plane like that.
Like what?
So you can't get a driver's license like that.
So then I have a question for you. When I become a voter registration, just like a picture ID, I send in my registration card to vote. I have to send a picture with it. Let the picture be next to me.
Good.
Okay.
But something. But how do we run a country where we allow people to vote and we don't even really know who they are?
Voting is an
and that's why there's fraud in every single vote.
But that means citizens, people who aren't citizens, can vote now because they can just kind of sneak it in.
They do.
So
and they
good.
vote a few times.
Shouldn't they kind of get the vote a little bit? I mean, I'm pro people being citizens, so no.
There has to be a system, checks and balances.
And anything you can
let everybody do anything, but you might have to regulate it a little.
You have to show proof that you have insurance now, right? But you don't have to show proof that you're even a citizen to vote.
You have to show proof you have what insurance?
For taxes, right? You have to have insurance.
Oh, now the IRS is doing that? Oh, I'm not familiar with that.
So now you don't need to show that you
get those silver cups away from me. Get them
you don't even need to be registered to vote.
You don't
show citizenship.
You don't need to show ID to vote.
So you don't even have to be a citizen for all you know.
And that's
no,
why.
You have to be,
you
have to be registered to vote. You have to say your address. You have to be able to sign your name that match. You don't have to prove citizenship. You have, of course, when you register to vote, you have to prove citizenship. Sure.
I don't know. I don't know if you're right on that.
You do. Look at
I
the
don't know
voter
if
registration
everywhere
card.
is like that. I think the Board of Ed gives out to all the students there to bring home
take home, and you fill out the registration,
and then none of them are citizens.
They do check it. They check it when it mails in. They can deny you over the dumbest thing.
We can look that up. I don't think you have to be a citizen to vote.
Well,
yeah,
which is pretty messed up when you think
it is. It is totally messed. Every country in the world, you have to show ID. Every country in the world,
you have to show ID.
Yes, there's no. Because you're not thinking clearly. How could you allow someone to walk in? I'm Leroy Brand. I want to vote. Okay, sign in. Goes in. He votes. Comes back 2 hours later. Hi, I'm Mac Truck. Signs in. Mac
Who
Truck.
does that? They're gonna vote 20 times.
Again. Yeah,
2 times. That's gonna make a difference.
Sharpton tells him to do it. Sure.
I agree.
Yeah, this is the Just Enough Heshy Show. If you'd like to call in, you can reach us at 718-303-9090. Okay, go on.
Now, there's...
Yeah. What? We're anti-Haredi here, okay? Right. So don't make believe
we're not really.
Care about
does everyone remember good old Internet Explorer, Microsoft? The one that nobody uses, they're killing it off.
Yeah. By the way, you know how you know someone's old?
Internet Explorer.
Of course you do. Of course you do. It's always a few minutes behind. No, everyone uses Chrome now.
Chrome.
Okay, no offense.
Firefox.
Hold on. No offense to a lot of people, but if you're still using AOL, you're probably old.
I use AOL.
I always tell my father that. Like, don't do it.
You got mail.
I know, and I hear it. I'm like, that's the sound of you being old.
I have a lot of customers that have AOL. I know customers that use Hotmail still.
I use Hotmail.
Okay, so that's
stupid. No, it's AOL. Really?
But you use AOL to surf the web is different.
I love
AOL. What's the youngest person you know that has an AOL email address? The youngest person you know is about at least 40 or older because we don't use it anymore.
Everyone uses Gmail.
Yeah.
Gmail.
Every time.
I like Gmail.
Yeah.
I like Google.
But they're killing off. This is big though because it's Microsoft.
But I don't want to give up my AOL address. I have my AOL address since 1996. Why should I give it up? I have my cell phone number for the last 15 years. Should I change it?
It's iconic because they changed the law.
Yeah, AOL's like an antique.
AOL is not an antique. AOL is very.
I know.
It's actually still one of the biggest companies in the world. Yes, AOL Time Warner is merged.
No. I think they split it off now already, right? They're subdividing it again. They own it. Whatever.
Oh, I don't know. I'm too busy ordering pizza. What do I know about
every
AOL
time
Time Warner?
either way, every time I hear like you've got mail, I'm like, oh no, old person. I'm kidding.
Now,
but it's iconic. On Internet Explorer, every computer you ever had, it always has the E, with the big spinning thing around it.
Internet 10?
They're just, that's Windows. Windows. Every computer's still going to have. Believe me, Microsoft isn't exactly going bankrupt over there.
Why don't they name it Doors?
But Internet Explorer, because it's true, Chrome really is just way faster, and you would think that Microsoft, which is the original,
we're coming to
you
the
would
end.
think, right, it's a Windows computer that they would know how to make the best Internet Explorer for
we're coming
themselves.
to the end of the show. Esty has a cute little story to tell us. So,
adorable.
Yeah, I want to hear this one today.
So yeah, hopefully this accused smuggler got to make at least one phone call from jail. Custom officials in Shenzhen City busted a man who strapped 146 iPhones to his body and tried to smuggle them into China's authorities.
What is adorable about that?
Nothing adorable about it is that the guy had 140 phones and he couldn't make a phone call
That's
from jail.
not adorable.
I think they knocked
just
off
got
already
that.
the Apple Watch. You can get them for like a couple $100.
Oh, they're out already?
I
Yeah.
can't wait.
They're
Yeah.
out?
I heard that knockoff.
No, I heard they're April.
Oh.
April they're coming out. I can't wait.
There's been a watch out for a year already. Galaxy has a watch.
Yeah,
the Galaxy Gear.
I'm not into it really.
It just shows the Apple
screen is way
fanboys.
too
Yeah,
small.
a phone is a phone.
it's
You need a
not
watch.
it's not made to play with. It's made to talk into the watch, and you can hear it.
What do I have to talk into it if I have a Bluetooth or
What about the goggles? What is the goggles? Like, can you like play
Google
games?
Glass, you mean?
Yeah, the
Google Glass.
glasses.
It's not really going to take off. Everyone thought it was going to be like the next
But
big
what
thing,
is
but they
it?
realized people don't want to walk
But it
around with
will
this stupidity.
It
It's not.
will.
What do
The
you-
concept will. Because you
No.
look at something and it
No,
gives
it's
you all
too
the
much.
information.
It's
You really
really
want to
bad
be,
for your eyes.
connected 24/7?
Woman, won't you be distracted?
No, that's for young guys like you.
No.
Like you always,
I don't want to be.
wherever you go, you're
Right,
people
but
like
that's what I'm
me,
saying.
I put my phone away.
If I
and
put my
don't
phone for a
answer
few
it
minutes,
for
I don't need to
hours.
look up, and the first thing I see is through
I
Google
do
Glass
know,
and
but
see
Google,
everything.
but
It's
won't-
ridiculous.
If you're driving, won't you get distracted and make an accident?
Probably.
That's foolish.
And it's illegal in a
Maybe
lot of
you're not
places.
supposed to wear it when you're driving.
I agree.
A lot of places
Maybe.
make it illegal
Can you
because it
tell?
records also.
Are you supposed to close your eyes when you're driving?
Wait, can you tell that it's those type of sunglasses,
I
or
think so. From the picture, it looks
Yeah,
like
it's a
you
Google
can tell.
Glass. It's very
so you can
obvious.
tell what it is?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm just
The
saying, like,
best ones
they
are the
can
ones that you
improve
can. Oh, I once had glasses that you can see behind you. There's like these two little mirrors. You put it on.
yeah,
and you
because
can see.
everybody's stalking you.
No, I just thought that was a cool
But you
idea.
put your phone in your
It's a cool
pocket.
idea. I remember as a little kid.
Yeah, I had the
always
spy
wanted
glasses.
Like the
yeah.
comic
When you're
books.
7 years old.
Right.
Right, and I wanted a watch that I can make a phone call with, and now here we are. It's 2015. We're going backwards.
it. Right.
Back to the technology
Finally,
from
they
Dick
can
Tracy.
bring
What are they
Dick
gonna have?
Tracy
They're gonna have a
out.
shoe phone also, like in
Get smart.
Get Smart, like,
Oh yeah, you look
Who
down. No,
contest
no,
that?
no. You look down at your feet and you're just like, okay, and you kick once for this and you kick twice for
yeah.
that.
What's wrong with a little device you hold in your hand and it calls? It's called a phone. It's a bro. I love that idea. I think we should come up with one
By
of
the
those.
way, I saw on Shark Tank once that there was this person, they wanted to implant a phone inside you and they didn't go for it. They're like,
that guy was
What, you
loony,
think of a
man.
number
I
and it
saw
dials
that.
it?
I saw that. That
I
is
think it's
loony.
maybe, I don't know what it is, but it's
That
like in
guy
your
was
ear.
loony. He wanted to.
You see, just like tap your head and then somebody's talking in your head.
Implant
Oh.
something.
That's what I'm saying. Who wants to be connected that much? The Google Glass, you're carrying your phone, you put it in your pocket for a few minutes, and you look up and you're in the real world.
I'm in
Google
the
Glass, you're
market.
always in the
I'm
world.
We're
market
never in the
to
real
get
world.
a hearing aid.
Right,
What?
I believe it.
What?
I am. No,
What?
I went. I got approved. Whatever. I'm gonna get one.
So
I
let me ask you
can
this.
get a
So you haven't been hearing us this whole time? You're just faking
Correct.
it. I knew it.
Wait, so
No
if
wonder
I get
you say all
hearing
these-
aids, right, and I
these
don't
things.
need it, will I have like superpowers where I can hear really far
No.
away?
I don't know. I don't really know how.
That would be useful.
It'll be very bad because you'll be hearing the loud
But they
noises
did-
super loud and
But
you'll
they
be deaf.
did give me a choice, and I'm thinking about it. They have one that's like Bill Clinton. It goes all the way in the air. You barely see it. You know, if you look, you can see something's there, but otherwise you really.
And they have the
don't see it.
over-ear one with the thing. Yeah.
Right. So now, but they have a over-ear one that's really just like a plastic tube over ear. In other words, very light, very small, and it also operates as a Bluetooth.
Wow.
And you can hike and lower the volume.
Oh, so it's
Okay.
a Bluetooth hearing aid.
And
That's
Anyway,
Wow. So you're old and young at the same time.
Anyways, I want to ask you.
I don't think I'm going for that.
Now, okay, I'm done with the telephones. I want to ask you another
You're
question.
always done with whatever
I'm done
you want
because
to talk about.
I have my
I'm done.
I have my iPhone 4. I'm never going to
You
change
didn't
it.
bring supper. You didn't
Team
this, You
Samsung.
didn't bring a snack. You didn't.
Anyways, you know about this case with the Potts case, the guy who killed little Ethan.
Oh, again! Oh, let it go.
30 years ago. Every 2 weeks you bring it up.
I wanted to ask you something. I now found.
Why don't we talk about John Benet Ramsey while we're
excuse me. I now found that
this.
I now see evidence that this guy might be innocent.
Yeah.
Okay. You see? What's your evidence?
Listen,
you were there?
Wait a minute.
The banana box.
Wait a minute. The banana box. That's right.
Yeah.
This guy at the time of Ethan Patz's
I'm going to Google Pat's bananas.
By the time of Ethan Patz's murder, this guy, Hernandez, was 112 pounds, 5'3", and Ethan was 50
Banana box
pounds.
filled with potatoes.
You tell me that if you're 112 pounds, you can carry around a 50-pound bag of potatoes. You can't. That's what they think. They believe that he would have to lift his 50 pounds dead body. That would
First of
Did they
all,
find the dead body?
They never found the body.
Oh, so how do you know he was holding the whole body?
So that's the point. They're saying that he had to remove the body as well. They're saying
why? How do you know he didn't cut it up like your other friend? You just said Durst, who cut it up into many pieces,
and then he distributed it all
he was
over
an
town.
old man. Like I'm an old man now. I'm not gonna go carry on.
Yeah, but the way they got this guy, but the way they got this guy is that he admitted to killing the guy, and he admitted to dumping the body. He didn't admit to cutting it up. So the whole prosecution
I don't buy that. Yeah. I don't buy that because a body is distributed
anyway.
A body is distributed very different than a box.
Very heavy.
I'm saying a body you could like sling it over your shoulder and it would be easy to carry, as opposed to a box where all the weight is like in one spot. A body, it's like hanging off. It's different. I don't buy that at all. That's a weak defense in my opinion.
I don't know. And the guy said he did it, so why should I not believe him?
Okay, I did it. I did it. Do you believe me?
What happened? He said he didn't.
He said he did do it.
He said.
So what's the problem? What are we talking about?
He wanted fame. He was a sicko. He's a psycho, and he didn't know better if he did it or not. He heard it so many times. He was questioned.
I'm so confused. He's saying he did it, and then his lawyers are saying no, he didn't do it.
Originally,
no, that doesn't.
You know what? I'll tell you something. I was always wanted.
He originally got off.
I think.
You can't double jeopardy.
All I know is I wanted to meet this guy for a long time. A particular guy that I was always thinking for the last few months. I want to meet this famous guy over and over again. I'm thinking. I want to meet him. I had a dream the other day that I met him, and I was talking to him. It was like a live dream, and I woke up. I actually believed that I met this guy. So in his brain, he might think that he might have killed it. He saw it. They questioned him. He got nervous. He thought maybe I did it.
Did you call the guy? Did he also dream that he met you the same night? That's what I want.
You're being funny here. Look, ST and Z are fighting over stupidity.
Yeah, he stole something from me. No, I'm kidding.
I want to. We are coming to the end of the show. We got a couple more minutes, and we
how much are you selling matzah also next to the E6?
No, I'm not selling matzah next to the ST is going to give us our last shot of advertising before we close down the show. And I want you to know, ST. I'm going to start.
Passover E6.
I'm thinking if Geico would give me what? What would they give me?
Geico, 15 minutes can save you 15% or more on car insurance.
Can you believe that? Wow, I can't believe
that.
Everybody knows that. That's their ad, actually.
Yeah. Well, did you know that? No, what do they say?
That words really can hurt.
Okay, well,
Jason,
that's my favorite one, actually.
Jason? Yeah, it was really funny. He bumps into the
so
sign.
You can go to Geico, and where else can you go?
So yeah, you can get Black Label e-cigarettes, which is electric cigarettes. You can go to blpremiumeCig.com.
You don't have to plug it into an outlet, by the way.
And your brother happened to like it.
Yeah.
And your friend happened to like it. That's a nice endorsement.
Yeah. So yeah, you can call Mikey at 561-239-5941. We have Yossi Lefkowitz, best personal trainer, 17 certificates, and some sort of fancy machine, which he never gave us the name of. I probably wouldn't be able to pronounce it anyway.
17 certificates.
Yeah, I know, right? He's really dedicated.
Very, very good.
He must have.
How many do you
How long did it take him at Staples to order
a couple
it
of
up?
years. So yeah, so he lives on 16th and 48th, and he'll also come to your house. You can reach him at 347-816-5655. 5207. We have Green Line Building Solutions. They do, hold on, I got this. They do DOB, MD something.
Not MD, HPD.
Oh, HPD, asbestos and lead removal.
Not
inspections.
removal, inspections.
That's the wrong one.
We recommend you. We don't do
Yeah,
removal. That's illegal. We do not do that.
Building violations, construction violations.
Okay, well, that's the same thing. And also we do plans and permits.
Plans and permits,
And
yeah.
we advise you how to...
Free consultation.
Free consultation. And we teach you how to get to the finish line and solve a lot of your building
So yeah,
problems.
you can call them at 718-871-0382. I want to say again, this is the Just Enough Heshy Show. We're on Monday and Tuesday from 7 to 9 p.m. You can get us on Facebook. Please like our page, Just Enough Heshy. And you can also follow us on Twitter, hashtag Just Enough Heshy.
I didn't check that. Oh, he stole my phone.
Green Line.
He stole my phone.
Is like
he stole my phone.
I'm sure you have hundreds of people that have hashtagged you.
Green Line is like a psychiatrist for people that have home issues.
Green Line is like a therapist.
Right, and he takes care.
And you want to bitch and moan about your violations.
So yeah, we're also live on YouTube, and I mean, yeah, we're live on YouTube, and we're on Monday and Tuesday from 7 to 9 p.m. Okay.
Anyways, everybody, if you want to advertise with the show, you can send us an email as justenoughheshy@gmail.com. Or if you want to get in touch with any of our advertisers, you can, again, email us at justenoughheshy.com. And I want everybody to know we're coming to the end of the show.
And we should all be good.
Not all be good. We're coming to the end of the show, everybody. And by the way, Days, I hope you had a good time listening to us. We got next week will be our last two shows before we go on hiatus for the holiday break. We're still trying to work it out. Me and Esty and Nia are trying to figure out a way around it. So I hope
you'll work Passover. I'll work Passover. You'll work Easter.
Okay? Got it. And I hope you all enjoy and come back next week and listen to us rant and rave and scream and holler about many other subjects. And I'm going to be doing a lot of research about the Hasidim and pick a couple of more subjects in the Torah because I'm going to be
what's the best profit?
Non-profit.
Anyways, everybody, I'm going to give my closing quote of the night. And I know Neil's going to kill me, but here we go.
No. Get it in, hurry.
Energy. Life is a sprint, not a marathon. Don't waste all your energy to get to the finish line fast. Don't just be busy. Be fruitful. Even a marathon begins with a few steps. I know it's frustrating to expand so much energy and time not to have any fruit from this sweet, delicious race we call life. Don't run around in circles. At least enjoy the scenery as you sprint by. Thank you, everybody. We love you. Have a good night. Just Enough Heshy Show.